So you think you're good at MLB The Show 24, but are you good enough to play for $25,000? We have two players today that they think that they are up to the task, and we're going to find out who will reign supreme. Thanks for joining us from wherever you're joining us from, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube. Alongside Scuffy McGee, I'm Robert Flores of MLB Network. Scuffy, it should be a lot of fun on a day reserved for football. I think we're going to be seeing some football scores between our two finalists.
Oh, you couldn't say that any better. We got two Goliaths who just can hit the ball in MLB The Show 24 and at the highest difficulty on Legend. It's going to be fun between Wilsey and Frosty today in a best-of-5 series for the championship series.
That's right. As Scuffy mentioned, it's a best-of-5, Legend difficulty. Season 3 cards are available. Our two players can use some wild card spots. Let's just remind you how we got to this point. Last weekend, we began the weekend with 8 players. We're down to 2, and the top 8 competitors, they're taking a part and getting a part of this $51,000 cash prize. But today's competitors are battling for the $25,000 first place check. Wilsey got here via a 2-0 series sweep over Alex K. Frosty got here via a 2-0 series sweep over Alex Kakil. That sets up this matchup here between Wilsey and Frosty. And Scuffy, there's a couple of interesting little wrinkles here. One, there's an extra layer of strategy in the way the players implement their pitching staffs, and there's a couple of new cards that one player is taking advantage of.
And that is none other than the return of 99 John Donaldson coming back to Diamond Dynasty. We saw how effective that card was last year, now being released on the new ranked season World Series rewards, and knowing these top players, they're going to try to get that card right away, which they did. We saw him debut yesterday in the semifinals, and I'm sure we'll see a lot today with his outlier slider, his forkball, his dominating fastball. It's going to be very interesting to see how he does on the mound and see how many zeros he could put up here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When these players, when it's just a razor thin separation between these two talented players, oftentimes it comes down to who can get the stops in a particular half inning, who can avoid letting their opponent put that crooked number. All right, so these are our players. It's Wilsey against Frosty. Scuffy, these two teams are very familiar with one another, and Wilsey trying to go for the trifecta in summer circuit and fall circuit and now the grand finals.
Yeah, we never had that before, and he is going for the trifecta like you mentioned, and Wilsey is on a roll. His hitting has been second to none so far. He had 20 home runs just yesterday.
Wow, an unbelievable stat there. Here's how the lineup lays out defensively for Wilsey. He's got that Season 2 Fernando Tatis All-Star card in his lineup. That's one of his wild card spots. But let's go to the lineup, see how it looks out. Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, and Chipper Jones, the top 3. And I mentioned a new card. Here's Charlie Blackmon in the DH spot. Scuffy, this was a card that just got released a few days ago.
Yeah, Chuck Nasty is always one of the favorites in Diamond Dynasty. He has one of those lefty swings, two-handed swings. Doesn't matter against lefties or righties. And look at those attributes. 125 contact both ways, 116 power against righties and 98 power against lefties. You're going to see a lot of action on the plate from Charlie Blackmon.
His opponent is Frosty. He is obviously one of the best in the world at this particular game, 21 years old. His favorite card is Babe Ruth. And Scuffy, he's not afraid to juggle his lineup and insert new cards, no matter how well he's been playing.
No, and you're going to see on the lineup screen or in the squad screen, look at the man in center field, Kevin Kiermaier. We saw how much we loved him in previous years, especially the postseason from 20 when he had the postseason card. Now we got a 99 platinum glove, by the way, of Kevin Kiermaier, and he has, once again, very similar swing to Seager, and you know how much these players love Seager, so Kevin Kiermaier in Frosty's lineup.
Yeah, Frosty also has Craig Biggio, Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, and Hank Aaron, who is hitting cleanup. He also has Tommy Edman, who we saw him use last week with great success. He's batting in the 8 spot, as is, of course, a switch hitter with that Kevin Kiermaier card batting 9th. It's a best-of-5 series, Scuffy. How do you think that affects this players and their thinking about who and when they use their starting rotation and entire pitching staff?
It really depends. I think they're going to go to the pitchers that they are known for, like the Roy Halladay's from the start. I think they might save the John Donaldson for maybe like if they're down 1 or 2, try to get that must-win game or elimination game. It's very going to be very interesting because remember, or just a reminder, if you take a starter and put him from the bullpen, you can no longer use that starter in the series. So I don't see that coming here in the series. I see them just using their bullpen guys and not taking a starter from the bullpen.
All right, so we're just moments away. Let's bring in a player who is very, very familiar with both of our competitors. Let's go ahead and bring in GOAT RP, who joins us now. Ryan, thanks for the time. Give us a sense of what it's like to play Wilsey and Frosty. Give us a little scouting report on the two players we're going to see today.
Yeah, two of the best players in the world, undoubtedly, Wilsey and Frosty. Wilsey's obviously won the summer and the fall circuit so far. He's already secured himself $30,000 with at least second place in this tournament, and he's very hard to get out. So, and then Frosty, on the other hand, has beat Alex and Kreiner so far to get to the finals, which is very impressive, and is also known to be a great hitter, but also pitches very well. So Wilsey's going to have a tough time, probably a little bit harder to score some runs today.
Now, let me ask you, Go. Your strength is pitching, right? So we know this through the community. How would you attack these type of hitters that are just known to square up PCIs? It's just being fantastic throughout this championship series.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Sometimes there's really nothing you can do. You just have to, if you make a mistake, it's almost always going to bite you every time. Like, you got to dot on the corners almost, and just maybe like don't make any like mistake pitches. Basically, that's what the big key is. Keep the ball down in the zone. Try not to let them be able to elevate, and that's it. That's basically it.
Hey, well, Ryan, we appreciate the time. Thanks for the insight. Should be a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy the stream. And Ryan, as well as anyone watching on Twitch, make sure that your account is connected because drops are active. So, GOAT, appreciate the time, man. Thanks a lot.
Yep, thank you.
You got it. All right, so we're just moments away here from game one here, Scuffy. I'm looking at the numbers here. Wilsey, Frosty, they're obviously very familiar with one another. Frosty is undefeated so far since last weekend. Wilsey has dropped one. But you look at the numbers, slug, average, really the biggest category that there is a little bit of air or space between the two is ERA. Frosty has an ERA of 10.59. while Wilsey has an ERA of close to 13 at 12.92.
Yeah, it just shows you how, and we show 24 for these top competitors is an offensive type of game. We see it throughout pretty much any esports story, and these are top two, arguably best hitters that we've seen so far this year. And I think that's going to be the key today. The key today is who's going to take advantage of the mishaps, who's going to be able to get those 2-out rallies, who's able to take advantage, say there's an error on the field to tack on. You're not looking for 1 or 2. You're looking for 4 to 5 runs per inning because these guys could just smash the ball here.
Yeah. Once again, it's a best of 5. It's played on legend difficulty. If you're ever have to step away from the stream and you come back in, you'll notice that we can see in the upper left-hand corner, you got the status of what game you're watching of the particular series. Then in the lower right-hand corner, that gives you where things stand in the particular series. I have a feeling it's going to go 5, Scuffy, but one thing's for sure. We're going to see a lot of offense, and here we go. All right, so we're underway. Frosty is the visiting team. Wilsey is the home team, and Roy Halladay is his starter, and we're underway. Scuffy, I heard yesterday Frosty was saying he worked a lot prior to this weekend against Roy Halladay in anticipation of this weekend's games.
Yes, including yesterday he had 3 to 4 home runs in the first inning, and Craig Biggio right here getting it started.
No, they're going to hold him up for 2.
But yesterday, Craig Biggio started with an inside sinker and smashed for a perfect home run. He was locked in from the start against Alex Kikil. Let's see if he can do the same here.
There's Jackie Robinson steps to the plate now. Runner already in scoring position. We're just underway. Game 1 of the best of 5. There's a line drive, center field. It's not going to be deep enough to allow Biggio to tag to third, so that's a big first out for Wilsey there, as now Babe Ruth steps to the plate.
And that was a great pitch, and look where he put the PCI there. That was fantastic
exit
placement.
97.
Ball, that's off the plate.
So game one here of best of five, $25,000 on the line for the first place prize. Each player, by virtue of getting into the finals, assured of 10 grand already, and that ball is sent deep to left field. Going back is the left fielder Clemente on the track. He makes the catch. Biggio will stay put at second. So after the leadoff double, Scuffy, two very important outs there for Wilsey, and Hank Aaron steps to the plate.
Yeah, big outs there, but if you're Frosty, this is a big bat. You want to put pressure on Wilsey right from the start. You don't want him to get comfortable at the plate knowing that he had a zero in the top of the first. You want to at least score at least this one, or if not more, and Hank Aaron for Frosty yesterday was absolutely unreal.
And that's a base hit up the middle. Big two-out knock for Hank Aaron, and Craig Biggio scores, and Frosty is on the board 1-0.
And that's the two out hits again. Frosty, we saw that in the quarterfinals against Kreiner, once putting up 12 runs with 2 outs. And let's see if he can get more here, but fantastic hitting and able to get to 2-out RBI.
So Lou Gehrig, the first baseman, looks at a strike at the knees. It's 1-1.
Ball inside.
Brenton is here. Webby is here on Twitch. Esports 115, thanks for joining us. And everyone else watching on Twitch or on YouTube, we're glad you're here. Here's the 2-2 from Roy Halladay to Lou Gehrig.
3-2.
Just misses, so it's going to be a head start for Hank Aaron at first base.
He's working the count, which you like to see, push up that Holladay's count up there.
Ball. Take your base.
Held up his swing. Yes, he did. So it's runners at first and second after the 2-out walk, and here's this Ketel Marte, the switch hitter. First pitch swinging, fly ball center field. And that will retire as a side as Tatis squeezes it. And we go to the bottom of the first. Just one run after the leadoff double by Craig Biggio. As now Wilsey will take his turns leading off with Jackie Robinson.
And we got to be careful of this Jackie Robinson. This has to be one of Wilsey's favorite card. He had him over 700. In the 70s, and there it goes.
You called it. Fly ball, deep left field, going back, and it's out of here. Leadoff homer for Jackie Robinson. We're tied.
Yeah, legit. He bats his best card at the line, at the top of the lineup, and who better than Jackie Robinson?
So now Babe Ruth steps to the plate after Roy Halladay gives up the leadoff homer to Jackie Robinson. That's misses inside. It's 2-0. That's in for a strike. It's 2-1.
1 strike. Ball.
Over the life of MLB The Show 24, Wilsey is 392 and 54. That's his one-loss record. As that is in for a strike, and it runs the count full. Meantime, Frosty is 667 and 86. Wow.
Just a lot of games.
A lot of games. There's a line drive. Base hit. Back-to-back hits to start the bottom of the first for Wilsey. And now Chipper Jones will step to the plate.
That's a ball.
Now, we always love this Chipper Jones. He's a switch hitter. Anytime, he has to be one of the top 5 Diamond Dynasty players that we ever seen. And there he goes. Hits a perfect in the gap. Could that score one?
To the wall. They're going to wave the runner at third, and he's headed home. And Wilsey has his first lead of the series.
Great hitting right there, and got into the perfect spot in the Laughing Mountain, right into that corner, right near the 420 wall. Able to get the runner from first to home there. Great hitting. So in steps Hank Aaron.
Oh, that's out.
By the way, still nobody out here in this bottom of the first. That ball well struck. Fly ball, right center field. It's going to get down. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Here comes the runner to home, and the throw not in time. It's another RBI double as Hank Aaron makes it a 3-1 lead.
And at first, I thought Kevin Kiermaier was going to get to that, but that just hit some grass there and able to drop and continue this inning. But this is what Wilsey does. He could score in bunches. This is where you had to limit the damage here. Even if that makes you want to give up that run at second, just get the out. You're looking for outs right now.
Corey Seager sends that one foul, and the count is even at 2-2. Good pitch there, and that will do it again. Hank Aaron at second. Nobody down. Nobody out. Oh, Eric swing. And that's a big out, number one. If you're ever come in my chat, you'll know what an Eric swing is. Shout out to Eric. This is Fernando Tatis Jr. facing Roy Halladay. Down to the count 0-2.
That's a ball.
This card was one of the best cards from the fall circuit since that was in season when this card out, as he strikes out here with the broadcast strings.
Yeah.
But watch out for that Tatis for Wilsey, though. He is one of the best righty swings, I feel like, in this game.
Nope.
So a chance to get out of the inning with not a significant amount of damage done. Although he's fallen behind 3-0. And that new Charlie Blackmon card is on deck.
Inside, ball 4.
And he walked him on 4 straight pitches. So now first and second. And here's Charlie Blackmon.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Make it 5 straight balls here thrown by Roy Halladay here in the bottom of the first.
No, that's down.
6 straight balls. Here's the 2-0.
No, inside.
Oof. And he's fallen behind 3-0. And Roberto Clemente is on deck.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Back-to-back 4-pitch walks issued by Roy Halladay. And now Roberto Clemente steps to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and pitch number 32 from Halladay misses inside.
One swing just could break it open right here, and this is where you need the crucial out here from Roy Halladay for Frosty.
Boy, pitch number 34 in the inning.
Yeah, even if Frosty gets out of this is a big inning for Wilsey.
Wilsey is being extra selective here. 2-2. Grounder. Oh, bobbled it short. Jackie Robinson throw to first. Not in time.
That's just hard to swallow right there. I mean, you're expecting to get
ball, and Jackie Robinson diamond fielding. Granted, shortstop is a secondary position, but that's a play he has to come up with. That's a game is cheating me moment at the expense of Frosty. But Wilsey scores 4 runs, one of them unearned. We go to the second, and Roberto Clemente leading off.
And that could have been much worse. Luckily, he was only able to give up that 1 run. The 3 runs is nothing for Frosty, but still a lot of pitches from his Halladay.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, because of the rules, it's you got to be careful in using starters out of your bullpen.
And I feel like with that rule, you're going to be looking for much more length that you could get out, because you don't want to get your opponent familiarized with your bullpen from game 1.
Yeah, Clemente lines out, and that's out number 1 here to start the top of the second. That'll bring up the switch hitter, Tommy Edman, batting 8th, playing 3rd. On the ground right side, Jackie Robinson is there, as Wilsey's Jackie Robinson makes the play. Unlike Frosty's version. Here's KK, Kevin Kiermaier, batting 9th.
Nope.
Another one of the new cards released over the weekend. This is part of the career tribute program, yes?
Yes, it is. Alongside a bunch of other cards, including the Blackmon, Jose Abreu, Mitch Garver, which we've seen yesterday as well.
All right, so that's a relatively, that is a tame inning. There, 3 up, 3 down for Wilsey, and we go to the bottom of the second. 2, 3, and 4 due up here for Wilsey as he tries to add to his 3-run advantage.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
It's just he's working and count. He's just looking for one particular pitch, and that's it right now.
And
he got it there.
Found it. Babe Ruth, 103 off the bat, off the light tower.
I mean, that was a cutter inside, and he squared that up, and Babe Ruth does Babe Ruth things. He's a legend that just keeps on mashing.
Game one of a best of 5 right now. Wilsey in firm control. There's a perfect line drive through the right side. Back-to-back base hits to start this second inning, and Wilsey is picking up right where he left off.
Right now, everything in to left-handed hitters, Wilsey's easily able to get a hold of and square up his PCI. I'm curious, we'll see it mix up a little bit from Frosty, work on the outside a little bit more.
Oh, nice diving stop. There's the flip to second for 1 and back to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. That's a big, significant play right there for Frosty.
Yeah, definitely made up for that. And what I liked about that, he did start throwing a little bit away, threw the car away, able to get that rolled over right to Jackie, and he was able to get that double play right there.
So Jackie Robinson making up for his gaffe in the first inning. Nice diving stop to start the double play here in the second. Corey Seager, meantime, ahead 2-0. And that's been a theme. Wilsey has been selective, and when he decides to swing, he's been effective. Corey Seager, perfect off the wall. It's a 2-out double for the shortstop.
I mean, Seager is always known to be a legend in this Diamond Dynasty community, and he, even though it's on true 99 card, it definitely plays as it.
So that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 0 for 1. This is a theme here. Wilsey is driving up the pitch count. As you said, he's being ultra selective.
And look at it, pretty much every count is 2-0, 2-1. He's getting a hitter's count.
Hitter's count
pretty much every about.
3-1.
Yep.
And that is down the line. Seager rounding third, headed for home. Tatis might be thinking 3. Instead, he'll hold up at second, and it's an RBI double, and Wilsey starting to open things up here in game 1.
Yeah, another 2-out, big 2-out hit there from Tatis. He was able to take that splitter and push it down the line. And now having the 97 speed.
Oh, Jorge Posada sends that one the other way. Tatis can walk home. 2-out double for Jorge Posada. It's 7-1.
Those sinkers away right now are not working for Frosty. Seager was able to get the perfect hit. Now here was that Posada with the perfect right there. So I was shy away throwing lefty. The thing is, inside outside right now, Wilsey is taken care of.
So here's Charlie Blackmon. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. When does Frosty start to go into his bullpen? As that is a line drive, perfect, but Hank Aaron is there, but not before Wilsey adds on. Babe goes deep. 7-1 Wilsey here in game 1.
And to answer your question, with this being a 5-game series and this only being game 1, I wouldn't pull Roy anytime soon. I really don't want to go to the bullpen no later or early than, say, the 5th to 6th inning.
All right, here's Craig Biggio. Remember, he started this game with a leadoff double. Ultimately came around to score thanks to a 2-out base hit. Down to the count 0-2. Line drive, that will get down for a base hit. Craig Biggio is 2 for 2 as he starts the 3rd inning with a clean single.
Now let's see if Jack could follow up with that. Like I said, the top of the lineup for yesterday for Frosty was unmatched for him and set the table.
Oh, this could be 2. Flip for 1. Fire for 2 in time. 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, the leadoff single is quickly erased. So in steps Babe Ruth, 0 for 1. First pitch swinging. Chop there for Robinson.
He's out.
And that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Wilsey in firm control, 7-1.
And I know we've been praising Wilsey on the offensive side so far this game, but to get 2 zeros after giving up the leadoff run in the first is highly impressive and setting the tone here early in this best of 5 series.
Well, the fact that he gives up the leadoff double to Craig Biggio and then allows just that one single run, that was definitely an early significant moment to limit the damage, and that's what this series is all about. Speaking of damage, Roberto Clemente just inflicted some power from the 9-hole, and it's now 8-1.
Hey.
Now, if you're Frosty, what are you thinking here?
It's tough. He's either thinking, do I go pen now, as we mentioned before, or do I just, hey, this is game 1 of a 5 series. I got plenty of time to get back into this. Let me just see if I could not get to that 10-run minimum and then get back to the bats and see if I could push some runs across the board.
Oh, that ball is hit well, but foul. 105 off the bat, but he couldn't keep it fair.
Ball, that's down.
That misses low to even the count at 2-2. Taikai MLB is here. He was part of the semifinals last weekend.
3-2.
Jake is here. Thanks for watching, fellas, on twitch.tv. There's Babe Ruth on deck. Another full count. And Jackie Robinson sends that one the other way. Line drive, base hit.
East and West right now.
What's that?
It's just, I said the East and West right now from hitting wise, like no matter if you throw outside or inside to him, he's just mashing everything. So we are going to the bullpen early, and Tyler Rogers.
Yep, Tyler Rogers. What do you make of the move?
The one thing I can see him bring out Tyler Rogers is for that. His par is non-existent. So he wants to get these dots. He wants to paint the black inside and outside with Tyler Rogers and try to get some outs here. But I do like the Tyler Rogers. I did not expect to see Tyler Rogers, but right there, look at the back-to-back pitches on the black, and he was able to get that 5 ball for out number 1.
That's a big out there. Ant just owned. Matt Waldron not available to be used in this tournament. Oh, that is a grounder. This could be 2. 5, 4, 3 around the horn, and that retires aside. So Rogers comes out of the pen and does his job. But Wilsey adds to his lead. It's now 8-1 as we go to the top of the 4th.
Even though that Frosty gave up some runs, bringing in Tyler Rogers was a smart move. He was able to get 3 quick outs pretty much after that, and that par and that sinker down low is just unhittable right there for Wilsey.
All right, so 4, 5, and 6 due up here for Frosty as we are in the 4th inning. Aaron, Gehrig, and Ketel Marte due up here for Frosty. Obviously in need of base runners right now. Down big here early in game 1.
Especially the 4th inning. You want to get some runs here. You don't want to give the bottom of the 4th, Wilsey, the 8-1 lead where he only needs 3 runs.
That's true. We are in a mercy rule scenario here, but Hank Aaron drives one left center field, going back and run down by Fernando Tatis, and that's out number 1. Yeah, mercy rule territory is in play here. And that is a base hit up the middle. Lou Gehrig is aboard with a 1-out single. Ratsman's Frosty's shortstop is Jackie Robinson.
No, inside.
Here's Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1.
Hey.
That's in for a strike. As Roy Halladay just his 36th pitch of the day, and this one induces a flyout as Ketel Marte is down for out number 2. And as you said, Scuffy, Frosty 2 down here. If he doesn't add, then Wilsey needs just 2 more runs in the following half inning to close this one out.
Yeah, this is where you want to get that 2-out magic working again for Frosty. You want to at least get 1, if not 2, right here.
1-1 to Clemente. Hard hit ball. down for a hit. 2-out single for Roberto Clemente, and that'll bring up the switch hitting third baseman Tommy Edman. Edman is 0 for 1. And here's a grounder up the middle. That's going to get through. That is going to bring home a run, and Frosty cuts into the lead 8-2.
Exactly what we need. Once again, 2-out magic is working for him. Let's see if Kevin Kiermaier can get a hold of one and make this a game again.
Yeah, one swing in this game definitely takes a different tone. And that is going to get through. They're going to hold up the runner at third, and that will load the bases as we go back to the top of the order. And here comes Craig Biggio.
Biggio has been his best hitter so far this weekend, especially yesterday. Probably one of the decisions why he left him at third, and already 2 for 2 in this game.
Ooh, first pitch swinging there. A little late on that cutter, and he sends it foul. Pivotal moment here in game one. Misses low. It's 1-1. And that misses. It's 2-1.
That's ball 3.
And now Wilsey and Craig Biggio in firm control. Hitters count 3-1. Here's the 3-1 from Halladay. That is going to get down for a base hit. One run will score. 2 runs will score. They're waving a third. It's a bases clearing double for Craig Biggio. Frosty is right back in this game.
Yeah, Biggio 3 for 3, already showing why he's the best hitter for Frosty. And I liked what we did the previous bat. Held the runner at third, didn't get too aggressive to get the play at the plate because he knew the confidence he has in Biggio, and it showed right there.
Well, Jackie Robinson grounds out to the pitcher to end the inning, but a very productive top of the fourth for Frosty. He's closed to within 3.
Nope.
Rogers on for his second inning of work. He'll deal with 4, 5, and 6. Hank Aaron, Corey Seager, and Fernando Tatis due up here in the bottom of the fourth.
Hey.
That's in for a strike. It's 2-1.
He's just
Hank
working
Aaron, 1 for 2.
everything low with this Rogers so far.
Oof, that's a dirty pitch there at the knees. Evens a count at 2-2.
3.
Nice try,
Got him.
Now, once again, if you're,
I believe that's the first strikeout for Frosty here in this game.
That's a ball.
I believe Warner, probably the first or second. But for the viewers at home, why is Frosty using a wild card spot for this high Rogers? It's exactly what you see. He is able to paint because his par is so small. And broadcaster jinx once again.
Yes,
as Seager
consecutive AB that Corey Seager has sent one to the wall. This time they're going to hold him at first, but a perfect swing. But it's a long single, and that brings up Fernando Tatis Jr. Wilsey trying to have an answer here in the bottom of the fourth. And this might work. Fly ball, deep left center field. It's out of here. Fernando Tatis Jr., 2-run homer. And once again, it's now a 5-run advantage.
Ball 1.
Might have been one too many sinkers down low, and Wilsey was able to attack that one. And Tatis, back-to-back extra base hits.
On the tag, you're out.
And he steps on the bag, and that's out number 2. Here's Charlie Blackmon, walked in his first at bat.
Nope.
And Charlie Blackmon is aboard with a 2-out single.
You hold them to 2 here, you're still feeling good. Only down by 5.
Sure.
You're yeah. So this is big bat here.
I mean, considering was just a few minutes ago we were talking about a mercy rule scenario for Wilsey.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And now Frosty has made the game a little bit more interesting. As Roberto Clemente down in the count 1-2. Good piece of hitting there. That's going to be a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. So it's runners at the corners with 2 down. And we go back to the top of the order, and here's Jackie Robinson, who's 2 for 3.
Ball, that's outside.
I was about to say, we haven't seen Tyler Rogers try to elevate one of his pitches. Everything's been down low. I'm curious if he tries to sneak one here. Up and inside or out and upside. There's medium size.
All right, so Jackie Robinson ahead in the count, 2-1. Ooh, late on that. No, the timing was good. Looked late. Here's the 2-2. Boy, that slider is so difficult coming from that angle. Tried to go back there again, this time with a fastball. Good sequencing there here by Wilsey. Check that by Frosty. There's a, diving stop by Ketel Marte. Throw in time. And that is a nice way to end the 4th.
Yeah, I mean, only 2 runs he gave up. He's back in this game now, only down by 5. We seen him come back before late in games. Frosty's right where he need. He's definitely feeling comfortable here, especially with the 3-4-5 up.
Yeah, heart of the order, and Babe Ruth clean singles to the other way, and it's a leadoff knock as now the heart of the order. Ruth, Aaron, and Gehrig due up for Frosty here in the top of the 5th. Game 1 of the best of 5, and 15 runs already on the board. As Hank Aaron is ahead in the count, 2-0.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Make it 3-0. Oh, gave him the green light. Just laid on a cutter. Payoff pitch from Halladay. This could be 2. Diving stop for 1. Oh, bare hand catch and throw. 6-4-3 double play. Nicely done.
That was fantastic play from Seager and able to get that double play right there. I mean, it looked like, especially with the 3-0 count, man on first, looked like Frosty might get something going in one swing. Wilsey was able to get 2 there.
That ball well struck, left field. He will turn and watch it go. Lou Gehrig. Solo home run. And it cuts the lead to 10-6.
I was thinking about 3 to 4 of Frosty's runs so far have been with 2 outs. It just feels like when the pressure is really on him, his hitting just gets even better.
And Ketel Marte slaps one the other way. That's a base hit. So more 2-out damage here as Frosty tries to extend the top of the 5th. And that'll bring up Roberto Clemente, who's 1 for 2. And there's a fly ball. This should get him out of the inning, and it does. Run does come across. It's now a 4-run advantage as Wilsey bats up 10-6 here in the bottom of the 5th. 2, 3, and 4, and Babe Ruth starts the inning with an opposite field single.
I'm curious how much longer he's going to leave this Tyler Rogers in. I mean, 31 pitches right now, and that might be it there.
That's going to be extra bases. That's going to get down, bounces up against the wall. Runner will score all the way from first. It's an RBI double for Chipper Jones. It's 11-6.
Feels like Chipper Jones loves that area and left him out in today for Wilsey. That's the 2nd straight hit he hit into that gap right there.
All right, so Frosty is now in the pause menu. He's probably mulling his bullpen options over, and he will bring in Chris Martin.
Aye.
And he starts
Chris Martin, once
with
again,
a strike.
Another new card that just released on Friday with the career tribute.
That's inside.
Hank Aaron is 1 for 3.
Nope, that's inside.
And he's ahead in the count now, 2-1. Chipper Jones at second after the RBI double.
That's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yet another advantageous count for Wilsey. He's really been very patient at the plate. Been a lot of favorable counts. And that is a favorable result. Hank Aaron, perfect destruction. It's now 13-6.
I mean, that was great. A great pitch. Inside slider right where you want on the corner, and he was just able to turn on that. Perfect. You just got to tip your cap.
No
All right, so
balls, 2
Corey
strikes.
Seager 2 for 3 facing Chris Martin. And that is a line drive is dropped, but Lou Gehrig able to collect it and step on the bag. A little bit of unluckiness there for Wilsey.
And these
that's a big
pitches
out,
that
number
Frosty
one.
are, as mentioned before, that's his second great pitch right there. Splitter in there, right on the corner.
Outside.
And I don't know, Wilsey is able to see the ball well. Chris Martin feels like.
All right, so Fernando Tatis Jr. is 2 for 3.
Did he go?
Checks his swing. Did he hold up? Yes, he did. Third pitcher used here by Frosty here in game 1. Tatis gets just a piece to stay alive, and will do it again.
Nice try, Ramon.
Got him on the splitter up in the zone, and that's a big out number 2.
Definitely like the change of speed there and
Yep,
change
that ball
of
went out.
direction as well. A little bit more up in the zone
That's a
instead
ball.
of working down below.
Here's Jorge Posada, 1 for 2. Oh, Dolphin dive by Marte. Makes the throw from his knees in time, and that retires aside. But Hank Aaron Jr. extends the lead for Wilsey. It's 13-6. We're through 5.
And this is game 1, and we almost have 20 runs on the board. Like we mentioned at the top of broadcast, we are going to see those football type of numbers. 13-6 right there.
All right, here's Tommy Edmonds starting things off here in the top of the 6th. As Roy Halladay still on as he works in the 6th, pitch number 61. And at this level, as there's a chopper to second, and that's out number 1. At this level, when your starting pitcher can go 4, 5, 6 innings, that's almost like going 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, hands down.
Under normal circumstances.
And even with the 6 runs, that's a quality start, especially against these type of players.
Ball.
I mean, to have 6 runs, only
1-1.
average 1 run per inning, you would definitely take that if you're Wilsey.
Ball, that's low.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. Lifts one, right field. Going back is Aaron. He'll have room. And there's 2 down. Now, if Wilsey gets an out here, he will then have an opportunity to score 3 runs. Well, so much for that. Craig Biggio continues his offensive onslaught. 2-out homer, his 4th hit of the day, and it's 13-7.
Yeah, Biggio's a triple away from the cycle right there here in the 6th inning. I mean, that Biggio is just showing why Frosty loves using that card so much.
New pitcher is the out-of-position card, Jose Trevino, who's that's a card we've seen a lot of here over the past couple of weekends. As that's going to be it for Roy Halladay. He goes 5 2/3, 7 runs as Jackie Robinson grounds out to end the inning. And we go to the top of the 6th. Now, if Wilsey can score 4 runs here in this inning, this game 1 is over.
All 1.
Now, here's someone that's new that just released on Friday. The finest Brooks Raley. He was in one of the packs that was in the store come Friday. This is the finest when he was with the Mets, I believe, from last year. Has a very meta pitches, sinker, cutter, slurve.
And Charlie Blackmon starts him off with a base hit. So a leadoff single here for Wilsey in the bottom of the 6th, and Roberto Clemente, who's 2 for 3, steps in. Oh, this could be 2. Throw to second for one. Over to first in time. Another double play for Frosty. And that's a big, big couple of outs there. As we go back to the top of the order, here's Jackie Robinson. Here's a line drive, and that retires the side. We're through 6. It's a 6-run advantage for Wilsey.
That may have been Frosty's first 0 that he put against the board against Wilsey here in game 1.
3, 4, and 5 here due up as Babe Ruth. Wow. Look at the PCI placement as he slaps it the other way. It's a leadoff single for Babe Ruth.
We've been seeing that
a
a lot from these Babe Ruth cards on both sides. Everything is being thrown away, and it feels like the players are just taking that for singles, not getting the big home runs. I'm curious if that's just how everyone tries to attack Babe, is that away pitch, either being the sinker or the cutter there.
Ball 2.
Hank Aaron steps in now. He's ahead in the count 2-1. Oh, wow. Hank Aaron, 107 off the bat. And that's a 2-run homer, and Frosty cuts the deficit to 4.
Yeah, I mean, that was just great hitting from Hank. And remember, we see Frosty have the late inning dramatics again, and there we go, back to back with Lou Gehrig and Hank Aaron.
And Gehrig has put Frosty in double figures. The deficit is only 3.
Felt like we just mentioned that the game was 13-6 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Yes. Every time it seems like Wilsey is going to be on the verge of a mercy rule or really open things up, Frosty has shown that he can come back, and he's going back to back to back. Ketel Marte, Aaron, Gehrig, now Marte, and it's 13-11.
And no outs here. This is what Frosty needs. He needs that big inning. He was able to get the 0 in the bottom of the 6th. Now comes in the top of the 7 and get this back-to-back-to-back home runs. I mean, we're here. This is a game right now.
Fine run is on deck here in the top of the 7th. As Buffy mentioned, there is no one out. Now it's 13-12. Frosty is locked in.
Inconceivable.
I mean, these are why these two players are considered the top hitters in the esports community from MLB The Show 24. It takes that one hit to just get them locked in where they can score in bunches, and right now Frosty's on one.
Well, he sure is. Tommy Edmond with one left field. It's deep. It's Cape's carrying.
Oh, wow, that went out.
I think that was getting out.
That is Laughing Mountain for you, like we like to call a Laughing Mountain special. A hit right there. I did not think that was out, but we have a tie ball game here at the top of the 7th.
We sure do. Wow, what a half inning here for Frosty as he has tied the game at 13. Kevin Kiermaier, this one will stay in the yard, and there's one away. Guys, the chat is complaining about audio or something. Just letting you guys know. I don't know what that's all about. Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for letting us know, people in the chat. And that is a line drive caught by Jackie Robinson, and there's 2 down.
I mean, even the outs, that out right there and that previous out, all of Frosty's PCI has been great.
Yeah. Here's another out-of-position player card, part of that series and set. Mark McGuire coming out of the bullpen. Pitcher number 3 here for Wilsey as we have a brand-new ball game, tied at 13 here in Game 1.
And just early in this game, it was 8-1 at one point for Wilsey, where we might have had what we thought could have been a mercy rule, but Frosty stayed in, kept on attacking, and is just putting on a clinic right now at the plate.
Yeah. Jackie Robinson on a full count extends the inning with a base hit the other way, and in steps Babe Ruth, who's 2 for 4. Popular JoJo is in this chat. Appreciate you stopping by, man.
Counts 1-0.
All right, so Babe Ruth ahead in the count 1-0. Out in front there. Evens the count at 1-1.
We have to say one big factor for Frosty was getting Roy Halladay out. Getting to that bullpen, it felt like he just started hitting a lot more.
Well, Frosty has said that he excels against, he excels against the bullpen. And that has proven to be the case here in game one. 2-2 count to Ruth.
I got 3-2.
So a head start for Jackie Robinson here. Full count. Hank Aaron on deck. And we'll do it again. Payoff pitch from McGuire. Fouled off again. Good battle here. And that is a line drive, and it's going to hang up for the center fielder Tatis, and that retires the side. But what an inning for Frosty. This game is tied at 13.
Tied at 13. They both had 19 hits. If this is just the first game of a best-of-5 series, I mean, we are in for a great series between these two.
And Babe Ruth sends one deep left field. Going back is Clemente. It's out of here. Just like that, Wilsey back on top.
First pitch response from Wilsey is just, just a cutter away lefty home run from Babe Ruth.
So that'll bring up Chipper Jones, who's 3 for 4, and a new pitcher is Mariano Rivera, who starts him out with a strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Ball.
Misses inside to even the count at 1-1. That ball, left center field. Going back, and Kiermaier is there to make the catch, and that's out number 1. 2 extra base hits for Hank Aaron. He is homered and he is doubled.
That's a ball. Counts 1-0. That's a ball.
And I'm liking that Frosty brought out Mo now in the 7th and wait until later innings. Get your best reliever out here. You just tied up this game. You want to put limited damage here and continue hitting like you were in the top of the 7th.
Well, he's going to get out number 2 here as Hank Aaron, little jam shot, shallow fly ball to center field, and quickly there's 2 down. But the dangerous Corey Seager is up.
Nope.
He's got a couple of doubles. He's 2 for 4. And this is going to get him out of the inning. Lazy fly ball in the infield. And we're go to the 8th inning, and Frosty down just 1 with 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the 8th. Aaron, Gehrig, and Ketel Marte.
To only give up 1 there, when we see Wilsey, when the game gets close or tied like that, come from being a tie and then score in a bunch for a response and only get 1 there, that's big for Frosty.
Yeah, just quickly out number 1 is a ground ball to third. Starts the 8th. Lou Gehrig, who is singled and he's homered twice. And we are going to see a new pitcher. It'll be Mariano Rivera. So Wilsey comes in with his Mariano Rivera. Deal with Lou Gehrig, who's 3 for 3. We appreciate you joining us in the chat on Twitch. Your insights and commentary, always insightful and useful. Keep it up, guys. And Lou Gehrig slaps one the other way. That's going to get down for a base hit. Lou Gehrig is 4 for 4.
Yeah, right now, Craig Biggio and Lou Gehrig doing a lot of damage here for Frosty.
Oh.
That's sometimes just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Oh.
All right, here we go. We are going into the bottom of the 8th. Now we'll see. Trying to get some more assurance runs before we go into the top 9. Let's see what we can do here. Now we have Tatis. Oh, little Charlie Blackmon. Now we've been seeing Charlie Blackmon hitting the side. Now we get to see Leaf out position Charlie Blackmon on the mound. It's the 0-1.
I got a
This is
ball,
down
1
there.
strike. Hey! 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's been fixed, but I'm sure the chat will let me know if it's been fixed or not.
Yeah.
Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Underwater.
All right, I'll take it away. Here's the
Yeah, you can.
2-2.
Count's full.
Just misses inside with the cutter. Now let's see if he just goes back away here after working inside. Does not. Comes with a slider, and that's going to be right to the center field where Kiyomiro is able to get that for out number 1. Now, if you're Frosty, you don't want him to get any runs here. You don't want to get any insurance. You want to be down by that single one. And you have the bottom of the lineup up here for Wilsey, but that doesn't mean anything for these guys as they could just mash the ball. Look at that slider, though, from Charlie Blackmon inside there. Painted. Now we get the 0-2. Come back again with the cutter inside. Last time he's been staying inside to these righties when you're Charlie Blackmon. Now here's the 1-2.
That's in. Ball 2.
Takes again here to make it 2-2. Posada 1 for 3 so far in this game.
Count is 3-2.
Once again, barely missing. What a take by Wilsey with that fastball there. Trying to change up the velocity there, but Wilsey was able to hold off. But he's going to swing at the cutter unconventionally down low there. You don't really see that from Wilsey, and that's going to get strikeout for out number 2.
I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here.
Looks like it's going to be Biggio.
Yep, it'll be Craig Biggio. So he will be the DH. For the DH spot for Charlie Blackmon here.
Ball 1. Nope.
Misses there for being 2-1. Here's, let's see if Charlie could. Oh, look at that paint inside with the fastball.
balls,
Let's see if he
2
comes
strikes.
back with the cutter inside, the cutter low, trying to get him swinging once again.
Count's
Does
full.
not come to the circle change. I liked him doubling down there with the circle change, thinking that he might come back with the fastball, came with the changeup again, but that time that's going to be a sinker away, and Craig Biggio is going to push that to the right field wall. That should be only a single because it plays quick there in the right field of Laughing Mountain.
All right, so obviously good speed at first with Biggio. And now Jose Trevino will come out of the pen for Frosty and try to keep this deficit at 1 as he
Oh,
faced
that's
Roberto
inside.
Clemente. Starts him off with a screwball, misses inside.
Ball. That's inside.
Back-to-back screwballs.
Aye.
Clemente's 2 for 4. Game 1, best of 5, $25,000 on the line.
Now you're seeing why a lot of people like using this Trevino. Just the difference in speeds for his pitch, especially setting up that screwball in the beginning and then coming back with that fastball. That's a slurve away. That's carrying, though. Well, for Frosty.
On the tag. Out.
One good thing is Frosty's going to have Craig Biggio come up at bat, who's arguably been one of the two between him and Lou Gehrig, best hitters in this game so far.
Ball.
4. This one left field. And that one is out of here.
Inconceivable.
Frosty has tied this game up at 14.
And couldn't come at better timing than now in the top of the ninth to tie up this game. And now to have your top of the lineup, but here's
going
Craig
back to
Biggio.
back.
Inconceivable.
Frosty has come all the way back. Now has the lead once again.
Well, no, this is his first. Oh, yeah, the first lead since the first inning.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
He led 1-0 and hadn't led since. And now Jackie Robinson serves that one the other way, but it's going to hang up for the right fielder. And there's 2 down.
But remember, this is where Frosty could just locks in even more. When he gets to 2 outs, he already has about 4 to 5 2-out runs so far. Now, every time we see Babe Ruth up, we'll see this Paul O'Neill come up here. I feel like this is the kryptonite sometimes to this 99 Babe Ruth card.
Tried to check his swing, but it was in for a strike. It's 1-1.
That's ball 2.
That one
2
misses
balls,
low.
1 strike.
Frosty has had multiple huge deficits in this game 1, but now
He's out.
he has his first lead since leading 1-0 way back in the first inning. And he got back-to-back homers to do it. Now he's 3 outs away from a thrilling come-from-behind win here in game 1, but he's going to have to deal with Wilsey and the top of the order. Robinson, Babe Ruth, and Chipper Jones.
It's a tough task for Frosty, but we'll see what we can do here. He's going to bring in Paul O'Neill right from the start of the inning.
Ball.
Xena 16 says the lineout's got to stop. That's baseball, Xena 16. Either you want realism or you don't. Maybe you want a little backyard baseball. Get a little Pablo in your life. Jackie Robinson flies out for round number 1. Look, I mean, I get it. I get it when I'm playing and I line into a perfect out. But that's baseball. So either you want realism or you don't. Which is it? At the same time, Babe Ruth is in the box against Paul O'Neill. So in the end, what are we talking about here? Babe Ruth is 4 for 5. And make it 5 for 6. That's a base hit up the middle. So now the winning run is at the plate in the form of the switch hitter, Chipper Jones.
That's a ball.
Chipper Jones is 3 for 5.
That's a ball.
It's a ball low. He's ahead in the count 2-0. In for a strike. It's now 2-1. It's Paul O'Neill trying to get the final 2 outs here in game 1.
Now he's behind in the count. 3-1 with the dangerous Hank Aaron on the plate.
Did he go?
Due up. Did he go? No, he did not. So now runners at first and second, tying run in scoring position, and Hank Aaron at the plate. Looks at a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Look at the numbers left on base. Both have left 8 men on base. However, the 2 men on base are all coming home. It is a walk-off win for Wilsey. 17-15 as he leads this best of 5, now 1 game to none. This game, as we said, Scuffy, going in, it was going to be a lot of offense. Frosty was able to fight back after facing some sizable deficit, but ultimately it was Wilsey that was just too much in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it was just too much right there, but shout out to Frosty, able to fight back from at a point 8-1 in the 4th, where we thought he was kind of 1 hour away of maybe Wilsey taking the mercy role, but he was able to fight back not just once, but twice in this game. So you showed a lot of fight, but Wilsey was just too much to overcome there. And being the home team definitely helped him in game 1 be able to walk that off in the bottom of the ninth. But fantastic showing from both these competitors. And hey, that's only game 1. We got a best 5 series.
It is a best of 5, so game 2 right around the corner. Now, Wilsey was the home team in game 1. That will be vice versa in game 2. Frosty will be the home team. Wilsey will be coming up to bat first. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from game 1. Remember, Frosty scored first, Scuffy, but from then on, Wilsey really seemed to seize control.
Yeah, Wilsey was able to just lock in in the first and then put up 8 unscored, and then all of a sudden Frosty was able to hit. But right there, as you see on the screen here, Frosty at down 13-6 at one time, and within 1/2 inning he got 7 right back to tie the game at 13.
You know, one thing that struck me about game 1 was Wilsey was very, very patient at the plate, working deep counts, working favorable counts. But ultimately, he had to hang on to win. But I thought it was interesting. He really drove up the pitch count for Roy Halladay.
Yeah, you did. And Frosty wasn't able to do it on the flip side. And once we saw Halladay get off from Wilsey, Frosty was able to start hitting more because, as you mentioned, he likes hitting against the bullpen a lot more, and it showed there in game 1.
All right, so game 2 right around the corner, Wilsey and Frosty. Remember, this is a best of 5, so game 2 is just right around the corner. We're going to take a quick timeout, keep the stream up, and come on back because we're coming back. Game 2 of this championship series is coming up next.
This is what they wanted, ain't it? This year's draft class is unbelievable.
Welcome to the show.
Climbs the wall and she makes the catch.
This is a historic event this year.
Rated E for everyone.
Welcome to Drive to Diamond Express, your intergalactic party bus to Team Affinity Season 3.
Imagine a world where position players are pitchers, pitchers are hitting bombs, and legends are rewriting baseball history.
It's because we're heading out of this world with the Out of Position series. But don't worry, we're bringing the bus back to reality for Roberto Clemente Day. Clemente all day, baby. And buckle up, Buttercups. We have a couple more stops to make. I left my hat in the other dimension.
Rated E for everyone.
Gaming is defined by moments.
It is intense.
The joy of victory and the thrill of overcoming challenges. Welcome to our home of competitive gaming, where we can all experience exciting esports moments.
The final 1v1 of the game here.
And celebrate the pros and the rising stars.
I do want to see a female in the NCS.
Bringing you guides and deep dives.
Horizon can go up, but she can't go up fast.
And tournaments where the community competes.
Wait! Did he get?
No way! Whether you're in a heated match,
Back, let's go!
or watching along at the edge of your seat.
A duo! Taking down a trio!
Let's create moments from the games you love.
Come take it!
Join us and subscribe to our channel to follow everything esports on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
The story of Rick Field embodies the romantic spirit of baseball. Willie Mays would begin his career with the Birmingham Black Bears, right here in this very ballpark. And I am excited that you will have an opportunity to play at Rickwood Field as Rick Wood comes to MLB The Show 24.
Game 2 of the grand finals, just right around the corner. Wilsey now leading this best of 5, 1-0. Alongside Scuffy McGee, I'm Robert Flores of MLB Network. We want to remind you to say thank you to those of you that took part in the home run rally event. Thanks to everyone for contributing. Great to see everyone come together and unlock some cool prizes for everyone. Make sure you get your 3 card packs. Also, shout out to Profe and JX Gaming. They've been co-streaming our season in Spanish. Check out their respective channels, JX Gaming, twitch.tv/JX Gaming, and twitch.tv/Profe Gaming TV. So thank you to those guys for calling the action. All right, Scuffy, with game 2 right around the corner, what are you looking for as Wilsey tries to extend this series lead to 2-0?
Let's see if Wilsey could continue to take control. See if we get a hot start right from the start of the game. If he does, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Frosty, and we'll see how Frosty can handle that. But the biggest key for me, we know they can hit. It's the pitching side. We've seen what they could do. Wilsey in the game 1 had zeros in the second and third and able to get the score up to 8. And then we saw in the middle innings, where Frosty was limit Wilsey for his first 0 in the 5th and then 1 run in the 6th, and he was able to tie up the game at 13. It's really depending on how their pitching is going to be. And I think that's just going to be a factor throughout this whole series.
Yeah, this is a series that's going to be all about limiting damage, limiting their opponents to crooked numbers in various half innings, and that could ultimately prove to be the difference. Okay, so we're underway. Frosty is going to be the home team, and he's going with John Donaldson to start things off against Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, and Chipper Jones for Wilsey. What do you make of the John Donaldson start here in game 2?
It tells me how important game 2 is here for Frosty to bring out John Donaldson. I thought we might not see him till later, especially in 3 or 4, but he's pretty much telling Wilsey, I'm going to give you one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher right now. And the unfamiliarity, yes, this John Donaldson was here last year, but this card was only here for 2 days so far.
Yeah, that's and now we got a left-on-left matchup here as Babe Ruth steps in against John Donaldson. And he's late on that fastball at 101. So game 2, as you can see, upper left-hand corner tells you what game you're watching. Lower right-hand corner gives you the status of the series. So you see that white box next to Wilsey's name. That indicates he won game 1. And he'd love to take a commanding 2-0 lead right here.
Nice try, Ramon.
There's that outlier slider.
Got him at the knees. And quickly, there's 2 down. Here's Chipper Jones. I think Chipper walked off the game winner, or walked off game 1 with the home run.
Inside, ball 1.
And he's down to the count 1-2.
And we talk about the slider from John Johnson, but don't forget about his forkball as well to catch you offhand with that slow forkball of his.
Normal guy 3354 says I would have used the Donaldson card out of the bullpen. I don't quite follow that line of thinking, but thank you. And that is a line drive caught to end the inning. So a very impressive performance there in the top of the first by John Donaldson. And now Frosty begins here at the bottom of the first. Craig Biggio, Jackie Robinson, and Babe Ruth due up.
Yeah, and that was a big first inning right there. I mean, just respond right there. You just got walked off in game 1 and you put up a 0 right from the start. You love to see it.
And Wilsey will counter with his own John Donaldson here in game 2. So both players have matched each other's starting pitchers so far through the first 2 games of this series.
2-2 the count.
We saw Biggio in game 1, 5 for 6 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles.
Count even at 2-2. No score here in game 2. Just gets a piece to stay alive, and we'll do it again. This ball well hit, but it's going to hang up for the center fielder. And Tatis is there, and there's one away.
Now let's see if Frosty takes a little bit more now with the starter. As we mentioned with Howday didn't have that much pitches going to the third and fourth. Let's see if he works the count a little bit more early in the innings.
Here's Jackie Robinson. Line drive, right center field. The right fielder will just turn and watch it go. Jackie Robinson gives Frosty a lead. It's 1-0.
Great start. He was able to take that outlier slider and push it to right to get the solo shot from Jackie Robinson.
That's a ball.
So in steps Babe Ruth. Here's the 1-1. And he chops that one foul, and it's 1-2. Frosty led 1-0 in game one before Wilsey was able to really seize control and open up some distance between the two before Frosty made a furious comeback only to fall up short as Babe Ruth pops up in foul ground, and there's 2 down.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Here's Hank Aaron, the cleanup hitter, ahead in the count 1-0. Lifts that one to center field. This is playable. And that retires the side. Jackie Robinson's solo home run gives Frosty a 1-0 lead. As we go to the top of the second, 4, 5, and 6 due up here for Wilsey. Aaron, the left-hander Seager, and Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's a ball.
We saw in game one, Hank Aaron had a couple home runs for Wilsey. Everything away. He liked the pitches way to Hank as he swings that one way, but unable to get the piece out of there.
And quickly, there's one away. Here's Corey Seager. Had a couple of doubles in game one. And this could be extra bases. Twisting and curling. Foul. Wow. And that is a base hit up the middle. One out knock for Corey Seager. And here's Fernando Tatis Jr. batting 6th, playing center field.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Looks at a slider in. It's 1-0. That's in for a strike to even the count at 1. Mediocre speed at first for Corey Seager.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think I'm being generous there.
Nope, outside.
Fly ball, right center field. Tatis making a bid. But Hank Aaron leaps and he can't make the play. It's a 2-run homer. Fernando Tatis Jr. gives Wilsey his first lead of game 2.
Second home run for Tatis in the series for Wilsey. This time he pushes to opposite field. Take that sticker right there. Great hitting. He squared that PCI out right there.
Raven MC Scuffy is a Mets fan, so he's not going to like Chase Utley, but I appreciate what you're doing there. Thank you.
I have no clue who that name is.
Your Mets have a pretty significant game today.
Yeah, I'm just glad I don't have to sweat through it.
Here's Jorge Posada, the 7-hole hitter. He drives one to deep right center field. Hank Aaron makes the egregious leap, and it's out of here. 2-run solo homer, excuse me. It's now 3-1.
That was very similar to Frosty's Jackie Robinson home run in the first. It feels like it's just carrying out and lapping out into that right center gap right now.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Charlie Blackmon now steps in against the left-hander John Donaldson, who's given up 3 runs here in this inning. Is this going to stay in? It does. And that's out number 1. Excuse me, out number 2 as Roberto Clemente looks at a strike on the corner, and it's down in the count 0-1 to John Donaldson.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Tries to go back in there. The 3-1.
I would double down on that.
All right, the 1-2.
Ball 2.
Tried to get him to chase. And the count is even at 2-2.
Nice try, Ramon.
Ooh, got him. 102 with the knees. Dotted him up. And that retires the side. But a big inning for Wilsey as he plates 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Wilsey leading game 2, 3-1.
That was a great pitch, right?
Swinging.
That was a good pitch right there from Donaldson. I don't think he expected that 102 fastball. He was looking maybe for that slider.
Here's a line drive, but it's going to hang up for the center fielder Tatis. And Gehrig is down for out number 1.
Yeah, you can't ask for any better PCI placement than that. Just right to the center fielder there.
And quickly there's 2 down as Ketel Marte grounds out to second. And that'll bring up the 7-hole hitter Roberto Clemente. Early on the forkball, and it's 1-1. A little jam shot, but that's going to hang up for Tatis. And that's a quick second inning for Wilsey here.
Yeah, man. What you want to see if you're Frosty. You want to put up the zeros. I mean, if you're Wilsey, I'm sorry.
All right, so that'll bring up Babe Ruth. He's 0 for 1. He sends that one the other way. That one is a foul ball. Wow. Oh no. Early dive there. I thought that was going to cost him.
I did too.
But he's got Kevin Kiermaier out there in center field. Either Frosty was trolling or he pressed the wrong button.
0-1.
So here's Chipper Jones. Lifts that one. Left field. Going back is Clemente. He makes the catch. And there's 2 down. So a potential shutdown inning here for Frosty as he faces Hank Aaron with 2 down in the 3rd.
Nope.
Misses inside. It's 1-1. Both players are assured of $10,000. The winner gets $25,000 as part of a $51,000 prize pool. And Frosty's going to get his shutdown inning. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Frosty's trailing 3-1 here in game number 2.
It just shows how effective John Donaldson can be for being a starter. I mean, it's very hard to predict the pattern that he's going to throw to you with the dominating fastball, with the outlier fastball, the outlier slider, and then come back with that forkball randomly is very hard to react to.
That's ball 2.
Ooh. Tommy Edman, the switch hitter playing third base. Heading the count 2-1. That is sent foul, and now it's 2-2. Pitch number 27 coming up for Donaldson. Oof. That slider had a lot of movement. He was able to lay off of it, and it's a full count. Ripped, but foul. Payoff pitch from Donaldson. Ground to the right side. Robinson fields, fires, and there's one away.
And that was just too close to take there. You had to swing it. Oh, look at this.
Oh, we are going to go to the bench already. So Kevin Kiermaier is going to get lifted for a pinch hitter, and it will be Mitch Garver First pitch swinging, and Garver sends one down the line.
That works. And now you got the top of the order coming up with Biggio.
So a base hit there, pinch hit base hit for Garver. And as Scuffy mentioned, we do go to the top of the order in Craig Biggio. And Biggio, first pitch swinging, line drive. Hank Aaron makes the catch, and that's out number 2. Good contact there.
Yeah, tough out right there. Just goes right to the right fielder.
He's checking out the swing feedback there. We all do it. Jackie Robinson trying to extend this inning.
Nope, that's a ball.
That misses low, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. The 2-0. Lazy fly ball, center field. Tatis is there, and Wilsey gets his shutdown inning. We're through 3. Wilsey's leading 3-1.
And this is a little bit more unconventional. I mean, we had almost 9 to 10 runs here in game 1 in the 4th. Now it's just a 3-1 game with 4 runs total. John Donaldson's just making an impact here in game 2.
Jackie Robinson sets his feet, makes the throw, and that's out number 1. Tatis Jr.'s 2-run homer, right now the difference. As we play here in the top of the 4th here in game number 2. Grounder, shortstop, Robinson again. 2 down. I have not seen who's playing center field for Frosty. I know Kiermaier was lifted for a pinch hitter.
Yeah. 0-1's the count.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that either yet.
I think it's Corbin Carroll. I think. Another opportunity for Robinson. And that retires aside. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Same score. Wilsey up 3-1. No, I don't think it's Corbin Carroll.
No, I didn't see the left. It's a right-hander throw.
Yeah. I wonder if he moved Edman. You think he moved Edman? Oh, well. Babe Ruth.
Inconceivable.
Out of here. Opposite field home run for Babe Ruth. Cuts the lead to 3-2.
And maybe that last half inning is what Frosty needed. Got the 0. Gets the leadoff home run right there. That's just going to be a fly ball center field. But this is where he needs to start attacking on runs, especially getting a 0 against Wilsey.
And that is up against the wall. Lou Gehrig. Another extra base hit. He's been quite productive so far in this series. And there's another run out in scoring position for Ketel Marte.
Counts 1-0.
He's 0 for 1.
Nope.
Now, speaking of Edman and Marte, remember, with John Donaldson on the mound, they were in the lineup for game 1 for Frosty, but with John Donaldson on the mound, they now have both 125 power against lefties, whereas for righties, they don't have as much. But Marte is going to fly out there for out number 2 to left field there.
And here's Clemente. This is going to get Frosty out of the inning. Excuse me, Wilsey out of the inning. So a tiny bit of a pitcher's duel here. Just 5 runs combined through the first 4 innings. We go to the top of the 5th, and here's Charlie Blackmon.
I was about to say, it looks more true like a true baseball game we got going here. 4 hits apiece, 3-2 going to 4th. Both pitchers just dominating with John Donaldson.
Ball.
Blackmon ahead in the count 1-0. That is a sharply hit ball right up the middle. So he's got Craig Biggio. Frosty has Craig Biggio playing center field.
That's a ball.
I wonder who he has behind the plate.
Ball 2.
You had Biggio as the catcher. Now he's moving to center field. I bet you he has Mitch Garver behind the plate. Here's Roberto Clemente. Chance for Biggio, who runs it down, and that's out number 1. Here's Jackie Robinson.
Ball, that's in.
Ball misses inside. It's 1-0. Robinson 0 for 2. And that is struck deep and gone. Jackie Robinson, opposite field homer. Wilsey has his biggest lead of game 2. It's 5-2.
That was just a great piece of hitting right there. Cinco away, went right with it. Perfect. Jackie Robinson continues to be one of the best hitters for Wilsey in this grand final tournament. Because remember, he had a game with Jackie Robinson 5 for 5 with 5 home runs. I forgot if it was in the quarterfinals or the semis.
Wow.
But 5 for 5. I mean, all being dingers.
Chipper Jones lifts one. Craig Biggio will move to his right and make the catch, and there's 2 down. So Wilsey leading here in game 2, 5-2. He's trying to complete the trifecta. Win the summer circuit, the fall circuit, and now the grand finals, all in the same year. It would be quite an accomplishment.
Ball 1.
I mean, just with the summer and fall circuit, that's the first time we ever see someone go back-to-back with them.
Nice try, Ramon.
With the knees. And that gets him. Second time this game that John Donaldson has poured in a strike at the knees at 102 for a strikeout, but not before Wilsey extends his lead. Robinson goes deep. It's now 5-2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. You see our buddy Scan is out here. Good to see you, Scan. Zazzy is here. Nike Boys has been very active in the chat. Very active. Corey Seager throws across.
Now we got Mitch Garver. Remember, he pitch hit before, 1 for 1. Had a single to left last time up. Pitch hit for Kevin Kiermaier. Well, he's going to check swing that, but he definitely went there for the fastball inside from John Donaldson. So far, 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th.
That's ball 2.
Misses inside with that outlier slider. Remember, Mitch Garver, 125 against lefties. Big piece off the bench here. And he's going to drive that, but that's going to be right to the center fielder for out number 2.
All right, so here's Craig Biggio, top of the order. Oh, a little bunt dance.
A little gamership.
Yeah. Shout out to all you bunt dancers and bunt cheesers and rage quitters in the chat.
We didn't even see any L2s yet so far in this.
No. I think that in these competitions, as Craig Biggio sends one deep to right, but it is just going to be foul. I think for these competitions, the L2 should be required.
Yeah, now that I still love your idea. If they get a big strikeout to L2 that.
Yes, you should be allowed to L2 2 or 3 strikeouts a game. Craig Biggio, he can L2 this homer if he'd like. And Frosty cuts the lead to 5-3.
Biggio just shows why he's been so effective at top of the lineup. I mean, that's his 3rd home run so far in this series alone. And we're only in game 2.
And that is down the line. Jackie Robinson extends the inning with a base hit here with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Tying run at the plate, and it's Babe Ruth.
Once again, this
the other way.
2-out hitting from Frosty has been key for this whole championship series for him.
Now the go-ahead run is at the plate in the form of Hank Aaron. 2 down, bottom 5, and Wilsey Even if he's mulling over his bullpen options, and yes, he is. He will give the hook to Donaldson and bring in Chris Martin to face the right-hander Hank Aaron, and he is immediately greeted with a 3-run bomb. Frosty has the lead right back. It's 6-5.
Huge hit. Hank Aaron once again comes up big for Frosty. 3-run shot, take the lead. And what's a 2-out hitting from Frosty. We saw in game 1 he had about 4 to 5 runs. Here he gets the lead with 2-out hitting.
A new ball game here, 6-5, top 6. John Donaldson dealing with 5, 6, and 7. Seager, Tatis, and Frosty. 12 hopper through the middle, and Corey Seager has a leadoff base hit.
It looked like just a protective swing with the 0-2, but he was able to get some luck there, get that through the middle.
Exit below of 87 miles per hour. This Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's inside.
Strike at 101. Goes right down the middle, and Tatis Jr. is down on the count 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Pitch number 78 coming for John Donaldson.
Full count.
Going to go with back-to-back sliders. He misses, and now the count goes full. Payoff pitch from Donaldson.
Did he
go? No, he did not. So first and second here. Nobody out. With Wilsey trying to
Ball, that's out.
mount a reply here after Frosty took the lead in the bottom of the 5th.
Ball, that pitch is
This
out.
is where it's tough with all the top competitors in this game is once you get that lead and retake it or get it for the first time, can you hold on to the half inning? Because these guys are going to come up with everything you got to respond to. At least make an effort to tie this game or take the lead right back.
Oh, this could be 2.
He's out.
Got him. Big double play there.
And you brought in Tyler Rogers in that big spot, able to get that sinker down low. Nothing you can do that but push that to the third baseman for double play right there.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now here we go. It's 1-2 to Charlie Blackmon. And then once again, that sinker inside, you're just going to foul it off. Nothing you can do with that right now. And we saw it in game 1. Tyler Rogers was just throwing everything down low, east and west it right there. It's going to work. He gets out of that jam after Wilsey gained the first 2 on. And Frosty overcomes that and able to get that scoreless. A big half inning there for Frosty after he takes the lead 6-5. Now we got the 6, 7, 8 up here. Chris Martin still on the mound here for Wilsey.
Yeah, that's something that we should
Inside,
kind of remember there. If that is going to be something that proves to be the difference in a maybe game 2 victory there by Frosty, to hold Wilsey off the scoreboard after the first 2 men had reached before Marte rounds the first and there's 1 down.
It just shows how effective that Tyler Rogers has been. I mean, even in game 1, he was very effective.
And we go to Clemente. Guys run to left field, and quickly there's 2 down. Here's Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 2. And that is ripped foul.
Ball, that's inside.
Cutter misses inside. These 2 players are obviously very familiar with one another, Steffi, so it's going to be very difficult to surprise their opponent. They know each other very well.
Yeah, it's pretty much you're on a tightrope, just trying to find any type of weakness that you could try to get on the hitting side, but it's tough, man, because their PCI placement and their eye on this highest difficulty being legend is just second to none.
And we'll do it again. The payoff pitch from Martin. Tommy Edman, driven, left field, off the base of the wall. It's a 2-out double, and once again, potential for another 2-out rally for Frosty here.
It's pretty much been his MO so far.
Nope, that's inside.
Got to bring up Mitch Garver. Came on to pinch hit for Kevin Kiermaier. Stayed in the game.
What do you
put him
got?
behind the plate and moved Biggio to center field.
What's big here with that double by Edman, it initiated Garver's clutch, which is at 125. So right now we have 125 against righty Chris Martin.
Then the count 2-1. Looks for the ball inside. Now it's 3-1 with Craig Biggio on deck. Big pitch here. Fly ball. Right field. Headed for the foul pole, and it is
inconceivable.
It is gone. Had to wait a second because I didn't know if it was fair or foul, and it's a home run.
That's pretty much a Laughing Mountain home run there, and Frosty will definitely take that. Mitch Garver with the 125, just able to squeak that through and tack on.
Ball.
And now it's showing how big that half inning of the top of the sixth was.
Top of the sixth. Yeah, top of the sixth.
That's
Remember, Wilsey got 2 men on, nobody out. Couldn't push a run across. Now, Frosty replies with a 2-run homer for Mitch Garver. And that 125 clutch probably came into play as he was able to just keep it fair. There's a line out to end the inning, but we're through 6. Frosty on top, 8-5, trying to even this best of 5 at a game apiece.
That's a ball.
It's just amazing me how well Frosty hits with 2 outs, because nothing would happen if Tommy Edman didn't hit that home run. But oh boy.
Oh, Roberto Clemente puts a charge into this one. Going back is Biggio, and it is gone. Well gone. 110 off the bat. Second of the series for Clemente. And it's now an 8-6 game as we go back to the top of the order, and it's Jackie Robinson. Past the diving third baseman. And now Wilsey has the tying run at the plate in the form of Babe Ruth, who's 2 for 3.
I expect to see Paul O'Neill here, maybe. Bring it for Babe Ruth, get the big out here. I'm not sure if you leave Tyler Rogers in. I feel like it'd be a little tough, but it looks like he's going to do just that.
Ball.
Rogers
Ball
starts
one,
Babe
no
Ruth with a ball below the zone. It's 1-0.
Ball.
We go back there. It's 2-0. Be very careful here.
Ball
There
3.
goes the runner, and the throw down. They got him hung up.
Safe.
Robinson is able to get back, so 3-0. Runner at first.
Aye.
And Babe Ruth looks for the strike.
3-2.
Wilsey was pretty fortunate that Jackie Robinson didn't get caught up in that rundown. Runner is off again. Little hit and run. Oh, diving stop by Jackie Robinson from his knees makes the play. They don't hit the double play. As Robinson now moves to second as Chipper Jones steps in.
You don't see that much, but I mean, Wilsey just gave Frosty that favor right there. Should have been first and third, and now it's quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And now we got Hank Aaron up. Let's see if Ty Rogers could put up a 0. Nope, that's not going to happen. We're going to have maybe a play at the plate. Nope, first and third. Still 2 outs here in the top of 7. Now we're going to get Paul O'Neill in. We'll see what we can do here. think we're just seeing if we want to get a pitch hitter here. A little debate here. Or
there.
Yep. We haven't seen Ernie Banks yet so far in this series.
Ball.
Another high leverage situation for this Paul O'Neill card early in this series. It was used in game one.
Very reliable lefty out of the pen.
That is perfect. Line drive, right field. Corey Seager comes through, 8-7, top 7. Here's Fernando Tatis Jr. Now Wilsey trying to provide some two-out magic of his own. This is lifted left field. Going back as the left fielder. Still going back. It's gone. A 3-run homer for Fernando Tatis Jr. Exit velo of 96 miles per hour. That's a Laughing Mountain special.
Yeah, Tatis once again, second home run of the game, third of the series. He started the game off with Wilson getting the 3-run lead with the 2-run shot. Now he gets a 3-run shot here in the top of the 7th to make it a 10-8 game and take the lead here.
So Jorge Posada steps in. And once again, all this has happened with 2 outs.
Nope, that's a ball.
Down even at 2-2 is Paul O'Neill. I feel like the results have been mixed whenever Frosty has used this Paul O'Neill card.
Yeah, so far it has. We've seen him come in clutch scenarios, but right now he's going to get out of the inning. But damage already done with that Tatis 3-run bomb.
Part of a 5-run 7th inning for Wilsey. He's got the lead back here in game 2. And now he has to face the heart of the order for Frosty. 2, 3, and 4. Robinson, Babe Ruth, and Hank Aaron as Jose Trevino on for his 2nd inning of work. That's perfect. A screamer left field. A base hit for Jackie Robinson to start the bottom of the 7th.
This is what we've been seeing all game between both competitors. They were responding right away. If they give up runs, they're trying to come right back, and Frosty's starting out big there with a single from Jackie.
Ball in.
Moving 1-1.
Ball.
And the Roof is ahead in the count, 2-1. Wilsey probably mulling over his bullpen options right now. He will make a change. And he will use his Paul O'Neill to face the lefty Babe Ruth.
Hey! 2-2 the count. Three
Three straight cutters to start this at bat. Count even. And that's a big out, number 1. But here's Hank Aaron. He's 1 for 3. He has homered. It's a tying run now here in the bottom of the 7th. As Wilsey tries to take a commanding 2-0 lead. There goes Robinson. Throw down. Not in time. No stolen base for Jackie Robinson.
We haven't seen much stolen bases or hit and runs so far that we typically see here in the championship series.
Here's the 1-2 from O'Neill. Misses. It's 2-2. Oh, got him. Big strikeout there for out number 2, and here's Lou Gehrig. Early on that swing, and it's 0-1.
Ball 1.
Wilsey scored 5 in the top of the 7th to take the lead 10-8. Frosty has been dynamic with 2 outs throughout this series, and especially here in game 2. However, not here. Grounded to second. That ends the inning. We're through 7 Wilsey leading 10-8, trying to add here in the top of the 8th.
Big inning there for Wilsey. Now you have to lead. Now you're up at a bat with a fresh inning. Got Charlie Black 8-9-1. If you're Wilsey, you're just looking to not looking to get like a home run. Just roll over the lineup. Get to your top of the lineup here.
He's passing the con with Charlie Blackman sends a lazy fly ball to left field, and that's out number 1.
Hey.
Gehrig, Martel, Cattell, and Roberto Clemente due up in the bottom of the 8th for Frosty. That is down the line. Roberto Clemente will rattle around the corner. He's thinking 2, and he's got it. 1-out double for Roberto Clemente, and for your points, Cuffy, now you go to the top of the order. And you got a runner in scoring position for Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, exactly what you want right there. Jackie already has a big home run in this game for Wilsey. And Clemente's been big in that spot, in a nice spot. Yeah. He started that rally.
Production there.
There you go.
New pitcher is Chris Martin. Second time we've seen him in this series. Dealing with the leadoff hitter, Jackie Robinson. This is just outside. He's down on the count, 2-1. Line drive, center field. That's going to get past the center fielder, Biggio. Clemente can walk home. Jackie Robinson is headed for third. And he will stay there with a 1-out RBI triple. It's now 11-8.
That was a risk and reward type of dive right there, and it just didn't work in Frosty's flavors, especially with Jack with the 99 speed. I thought that might have been
that's off the
insider at one point.
Yeah, that's like you said, he had to make the bold choice. It was a bold choice, Cotton. Biggio was there for out number 2. Robinson tags and scores. It's now 12-8 here in the top of the 8th. Chipper Jones, first pitch swinging, sends it foul. Alex K is in the chat. Shout out to him and his performance. Chipper Jones lifts one. That's out of here. 2-out thunder from Wilsey. He now has a 5-run lead here in the top of the 8th, and a pitching change will be Riley Green out of position series facing Hank Aaron.
It just shows how crucial getting those zeros on the board for you to get back on the hitting and start hitting again, and Wilsey is doing right there. We saw with Frosty last game where he was able to come back and tie up to 13. This game, Wilsey gets 0, and he's increasing his lead.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hitman on deck. If you ever wonder about where you're at in the status of the series, you can look in the right-hand corner of your screen, lower right-hand corner. You see the 2 players, and you see a white box next to Wilsey's name. That indicates he won game 1. He's leading here in game 2 and has a chance to take a commanding 2-0 lead. But still, a lot to be done here. Corey Seager fouls that one back. It's 2-2. Game 2, best of 5. That one is roped, but foul. Wilsey trying to take a
nice try, Ramon.
Stranglehold on this series as Corey Seager tried to check the swing, but the point was moved. It was in for a strike, and that retires the side, but not before Wilsey continues some late inning magic here in game 2. He now leads 13-8. Frosty is down to 6 defensive outs here in game 2.
And if you're Frosty, you're not looking to get all of them back. You're looking to get just try to get the momentum once again in your favor, try and get the hitting going. It takes that one hit, which we've seen he could do before. We saw it in game 1 where he scores 7 in one particular inning, and he's down by 5 right here. This is very doable, but now he has to face Mo off the mound, which is arguably the best reliever in the game.
2 strikes.
What do you make of this move? Are you thinking that Wilsey is thinking, as he gets the strikeout here, that maybe he could get
2 innings.
Rivera for 2 innings?
Yeah, I for sure. I think he's here for 2 innings, 6 outs.
Okay.
I know it's not a save situation, but it's basically a 6-out save you're trying to close out this game.
0-1's the count.
And now he's dealing with Roberto Clemente, who was 0 for 3. Make it 0 for 4. Chipper Jones, couple of crow hops. Shout out to the animations for always making it much closer than it needs to be and to make me totally nervous when that happens.
Oh.
All right, here's Tommy Edman. He's 1 for 3. 2 down here, bottom of the 8th. And it's 3 up, 3 down. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Frosty is down 13-8. Willsey has the lead and looking to add here in the 9th. Tatis, Posada, and Clemente Dua.
Yeah, it was my bad. And he has one of the best hitters today going for him right now, leading off with Tatis. 2 home runs in this game, 1 2-run in the, I believe in the second inning, and then 1 just in the 7th with being a 3-run home run to get him the lead, and continues right where he left off.
And that's another extra base hit past the diving second baseman. Biggio can't cut it off. Tatis is thinking 3. Relay throw, not in time. Leadoff triple for Fernando Tatis Jr., his 3rd extra base hit here in game 2.
He was the MVP player for him in the fall circuit, and now he plugs it. He didn't have him in the lineup in the semifinals with that Tatis. He plugged him in here in the final series, and he come up big here.
There's a big out number 1 there. Babe Ruth makes the play in foul ground. That'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. Left on left here as Riley Green faces the lefty Charlie Blackmon. This is one of the newer cards released just a couple of days ago.
1-0.
Blackmon, one of the sweetest swings in the game. Looks at a strike with the knees. He's down in the count 1-2.
Nice try, Ramon.
Big insurance run out there at third base as Blackmon chases, and there's 2 down, and Roberto Clemente, his last chance here. And you know what? Frosty's going to get out of this inning. So the leadoff triple for Fernando Tatis Jr. is left stranded, and now Frosty is down to his final 3 outs. If he doesn't get at least 5 here, he's staring at an 0-2 deficit here in a best of 5. First pitch, that is past the diving third baseman Chipper Jones. It's down the line. Going to be a leadoff double for Mitch Garver. Scuffy, this is how Frosty wanted to get things started.
Yeah, definitely how he wanted to get to start, but that placement, if that's any indication of how he's trying to lock in, he's on a good start right there. You couldn't place that PCI any better than Frosty did on that first pitch.
So back to the top of the order, and here's Craig Biggio. Mariano Rivera on for his 2nd inning of work. Got 3 outs in the 8th, trying to do the same here in the 9th.
Nope, outside.
Misses as well, and Biggio's ahead in the count 2-0. This has got to be a take situation, 2-0. No, what do I know? Wow, what do you make of that swinging 2-0?
It looks like that's a pitch that he wanted. He loves hitting inside pitches, especially the sinkers to Biggio. But I'm with you. I probably would have took another pitch. Work the count a little bit. Get that Rivera count up.
Here's Jackie Robinson. He sends one deep to right towards the pole, but it is foul. Robinson working on a 3-for-4 day.
1-1.
Not even in 1-1. Carver at second. Lazy fly ball, left field. Playable for the left fielder. And now Frosty is down to his final out. But Scuffy, as we've seen, Frosty has done some major damage with 2 outs.
Ball 1.
He has. He needs one of those magic innings once again, like we saw in the semis against Kreiner.
Nope, that's foul.
Guess see if that went fair or not.
Oh,
did it? We gotta look over the bag.
Oh wow! Ooh. Those plays are not reviewable, Scuffy.
Nope, they are not.
It's 1-1.
Inside.
Tries to go inside, and it's 2-1. Rivera looking for a 6-out closeout here in game 2. Pitch the 8th.
Now in the 9th. And that is fouled off, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Count is full. I think he goes up and in here. Nope, he went away. I feel like with the Babe Ruth card, you're doing him a favor when you pitch away.
Yes, I feel like we've been seeing that pretty much all championship series long.
Hard hit ball up the middle. Robinson is there. Ball game. Wilsey comes from behind and gets the win. And he now leads this best of 5, 2 games to none. I mean, these guys are, look, the margin between the two is so razor thin, but Wilsey has been just that much better through the first 2 games. What were your impressions from what we just saw?
It was his pitching in the mid to late innings, able to put it up the zeros, like we said, limit the damage, and he was able to do that consecutively and just keep on tacking on to his lead once he got it in the top of the 7th. But Fernando Tatis, what a game for him. Three hits, 3 extra base hits right for him.
Yeah, and here's a big one right there. This one gave him the lead. His first home run of the day, Jorge Posada, went deep, so too did Jackie Robinson. But give Frosty credit. He was able to come back. Got the big 3-run homer from Hank Aaron, but Corey Seager, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, Wilsey had the advantage.
Yeah, he did. He was putting up zeros by then, and there's that big 3-run home run from Tatis Jr. and tack it on there with the Chipper Jones. And then shout out to Rivera, just be able to have those 2 shutout innings starting in the 8th and the 9th for Wilsey.
Yeah, we're looking at the scoring breakdown here. Frosty had a big 5th inning. He scored 2 in the 2nd inning. But if you look, Scuffy, there's a lot of zeros on his column. And that seems to be the big key there. Who can post the zeros defensively? Who can avoid the big innings from their opponent?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. It's just, the hits are going to be there, just limiting that damage, and it's shown there for wins late in the inning.
All right, so game 3 is just right around the corner. Let's set the stage. Wilsey now just a game away from claiming the $25,000 first place prize. Game 3, possible closeout game for Wilsey. That's coming up after this quick timeout.
This year's draft class is unbelievable.
Welcome to the show.
Climbs the wall and she makes the catch.
This is a historic event this year.
Rated E for everyone.
Welcome to Drive to Diamond Express, your intergalactic party bus to Team Affinity Season 3.
Imagine a world where position players are pitchers, pitchers are hitting bombs, and legends are rewriting baseball history.
It's because we're heading out of this world with the Out of Position series. But don't worry, we're bringing the bus back to reality for Roberto Clemente Day. Clemente all day, baby. Now buckle up, Buttercups. We have a couple more stops to make. I left my hat in the other dimension.
Rated E for everyone.
Gaming is defined by moments.
It is intense.
The joy of victory and the thrill of overcoming challenges. Welcome to our home of competitive gaming, where we can all experience exciting esports moments.
The final 1v1 of the game here.
And celebrate the pros and the rising stars.
I do want to see a female in the NCS.
Bringing you guides and deep dives.
Horizon can go up, but she can't go up fast.
And tournaments where the community competes.
Wait! No way!
Whether you're in a heated match,
Back, let's go!
or watching along at the edge of your seat.
A duo taking down a trio.
Let's create moments from the games you love.
Don't take it!
Join us and subscribe to our channel to follow everything esports on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
The story of Rickwood Field embodies the romantic spirit of baseball. Willie Mays would begin his career with the Birmingham Black Bears right here in this very ballpark. And I am excited that you will have an opportunity to play at Rickwood Field as Rickwood comes to MLB The Show 24.
The grand finals potentially down to its final game. Game 3 between Wilsey and Frosty just right around the corner. Alongside Scuffy McGee, I'm Robert Flores. Glad you're with us, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube. The Twitch chat is off the chart right now. Wilsey off the chain. Are kids still saying off the chain? I'm not sure, but whatever. It surely is active. Okay, so game 3 is right around the corner. We want to remind you that you can play through the moments and complete missions spotlighting the careers of some of the most impactful players currently in MLB The Show. It's the MLB The Show Career Tribute Program. It's available today in MLB The Show 24. That Andrew McCutchen card looks really nice. We've already seen a couple of these cards in some lineups in our championship series. Scuffy?
Yeah, and the one card we haven't seen today, that Matt Carpenter card. Oh, I love his swing. He's one of my favorites from that program.
Yeah, the Matt Carpenter card is always nice. Okay, so Wilsey has a 2-0 lead. If he wins this one, the first place prize money of $25,000 is his. What does Frosty have to do to get back into this series?
It's going to be tough, but he has to do what happened to him. Just game 2, limited damage, put up zeros, but he has to start from the start. Work the count from your starters in the first couple innings, and not only that, put some runs across a crooked number across the board. You want to get that pressure right away on Wilsey, and don't look back.
Well, Frosty doesn't seem like he's too worried. He's in the chat right now, mixing it up with people in the chat. So he's ready to go. He's feeling loose. Here we go. Game 3. Frosty is. What's that?
Oh, no, I was going to say he's taking the Cafe Loves BR approach, which Cafe loves to do. He's one of the top players.
I like that too. I like to mix it up. Let's, there's a lot of insight coming out from in the chat as we're underway here in game 2. Jackie Robinson leading off. Frosty is the visiting team. Wilsey is the home team. Might be thrown off a little bit because both guys are wearing home whites.
Now, I want to make one little point here. Look who's on the mound here for Wilsey. And remember what happened in the semis between Todd Helton and Kreiner was able to dominate Frosty with this Todd Helton until he took him out, and Frosty put up 13 runs unanswered against Kreiner to sweep the series. But we'll see what Wilsey could do here with his Helton.
He is able to induce a fly ball to left field, and quickly there's 2 down. Here's Babe Ruth. Fly ball, left field. He was early on the cutter, but manages it to send it out. And it is a solo home run, more 2-out magic for Frosty here in this series.
Yeah, exactly what you want to start here. Try to get some runs across the board. I want to see if he could get more here besides the one similar to what we saw in game 1.
And that is a diving stop by Chipper Jones. Oh, the pump fake throw.
Yeah, the meter, he probably had throw accuracy on. The meter was not where he wanted to, so he held on to the balls instead of throwing it away.
Oh, enough scoring. They gave him an E5 on that.
Nope.
Here's Lou Gehrig. 5-hole hitter batting .519. This is going to get him out of the inning. Robinson over the first. And that retires the side. But Babe Ruth puts Frosty on the board with a 2-out homer. It's 1-0. Now, Randy Johnson. And Randy Johnson is greeted rather rudely. Wilsey goes deep. Jackie Robinson ties this game at 1.
497. First pitch swing for Jackie Robinson continues to be the best hitter for Wilsey, and it takes one swing, one pitch to tie up this game in 1.
Now he's dealing with Babe Ruth, and that is a foul ball. Look at the PCI placement all over it.
Oh, wow.
Nope. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Johnson ahead in the count, 1-2. And Babe Ruth lifts one. Deep left field. It's out of here. The big unit in big trouble early. Back-to-back home runs from Wilsey. He's on top.
And you mentioned it last game, don't throw away to Babe, because I feel like everything away to Babe, these players are able to hit. And right there, he was able to take that slider away and sent it where it came from. And it looked, like you said, I didn't expect 2 back-to-back home runs off Randy Johnson.
Alex McGill in the chat asking, how in the hell do you hit that? I have no idea. I mean, it's unbelievable. All right, so here's Chipper Jones. 2 runs already in. I mean, this is kind of a little statement here.
Yeah, I was
get Randy Johnson, and he's immediately greeted with 2 home runs.
And remember, this is an elimination game for Frosty, so if it's not working, he's going to have to make the decision quick
Yeah,
we're going.
You're right. All hands on deck approach here for Frosty. As now Hank Aaron serves that one. That's going to get down. Rolls all the way to the wall. It's going to be a one-out double for Hank Aaron here in the bottom of the first. So 3 extra base hits already given up by Randy Johnson.
And now with it being 2-0 series, I'm curious if this might be a scenario where we will see a starter out of the pen, and he will try to find a different starter if the series goes 5.
True, that makes sense, because if you do, to your point, if you use a starter out of the bullpen, he can't be used again in the series. But if you're Frosty, obviously you have no room for error. There is a grounder to short, and that gets him out of the inning, but not before 2 home runs to open the bottom of the first, and Wilsey through 1, leading 2-1.
Yeah, big response there from Wilsey to take the lead here in the bottom of first, where he has a 2-0 series advantage. Now he's looking to attack on more. I mean, limit Frosty here. Sorry, the white jerseys are getting.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm not really old school in a lot of ways, but I am old school when it comes to uniforms. I think if you're the road team, you need to be wearing colors or road grays, and if you're the home team, you need to be in white. But what do I know? All right, so here's Roberto Clemente. Jam shot. Helton got into his kitchen. And there's 2 down. Here's Tommy Edman. 2 down here, top 2. And that ball is crushed. That's out of here. We're tied at 2. Edmonds. I thought he got jammed on that.
Yeah, it looked like jams, but he was able to get enough. That 125 power from Tommy Edman against lefties kind of showed there, especially at Lefty Mountain. We've been seeing those type of home runs that will squeak out there, like we saw with the Mitch Garver from Game 2.
All right, so here's Kevin Kiermaier. He was lifted for a pinch hitter back in Game 2.
He's out.
And here he rolls one over to second, and that retires the side. But Frosty gets on the board, and we're tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the second. And here's Wilsey's Jorge Posada.
Hey.
That's at the knees. It's 0-1.
0-1.
With Randy, that's where you're going to kind of have to live. You got to get in those fastballs down the low, and then maybe not.
Posada steps on one. Wilsey back on top, 3-2.
It's just sometimes I don't know what would you do against Wilsey? Like you're trying to contain him, then all of a sudden he just comes back right away and responds just like he did in the bottom of the first.
Here's Charlie Blackmon. He lifts one deep, left center field. Going back is Kiermaier. It's out of here. Second consecutive innings. Wilsey has gone back-to-back twice.
I think this is we're at a point in time. I would probably think about pulling Randy here.
Well, I would love to see. I have a feeling that Frosty has some bullpen activity up. But to your point, he cannot allow Wilsey to get out to a huge lead here. This is a must-win scenario. Good pitch there. Splitter underneath the hands, and that's out number 1. Here's Jackie Robinson.
0-1's the count.
Homered in his first at bat. In fact, first pitch from Randy Johnson. Beck TV. Really Sway, Nike Boys, joining us here in the chat as Jackie Robinson lines out for out number 2.
Here's Babe Ruth. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. That's a hard hit ball, but he was early, and it's 0-2. Pitch number 31 coming from Randy Johnson here, second inning. Just got a piece to stay alive.
Nice try, Ramon.
Got him to chase, and that retires the side. Run does come across on a solo home run from Jorge Posada. It's now 4-2. Frosty's got the top of the lineup. Biggio, Robinson, and Babe Ruth due up here in the third against Todd Helton. Gets the ground out to second, and quickly there's one down.
Yeah, good PCI there. Just rolled it right to the second baseman for the first out of the inning.
Nope. Ball one.
I'd like to see Frosty take a little bit more pitches. Try to get that pitch count against Helton. We know that he struggled with Helton before, but you want to try to work that count. Try to get him out of this game as soon as you can.
Yeah, right now at just 25 pitches. As there is a line drive. Tatis is there, and quickly there's two down. Babe Ruth homered in his first at bat. Batting with the bases empty and two down. First pitch from Helton.
That's a ball.
Spits on that slider. He's ahead in the count. And that is a chopper up the middle. That finds the outfield grass, and there's a two-out knock.
Now we got Hank, who's been big here for Frosty, and he's going.
Oh, and Hank Aaron puts a charge into this one. This game is tied. More two-out magic for Frosty, and we're tied at 4.
Yeah, great hitting there for Frosty. Gets the single and then follows up with a 2-run shot to tie up this game. Like you mentioned, his 2-out hitting is second to none.
All right, so in a tie game, Helton now faces Lou Gehrig. Over the course of MLB The Show 24, Frosty is slugging over 1,200.
That's out.
Since last weekend, his slugging is over 1,100, hovering around 1,200. Lou Gehrig lifts one. Center field, going back. Track, wall, and he makes the catch. Nice running catch there by Fernando Tatis Jr., but Hank Aaron ties the game with a 2-run homer.
Yeah, exactly what Frosty needed there. Now he needs to try to put up a 0. You need a 0 somewhere in this game, especially if it's tie game or you have to lead to tack on more runs. So this is going to be a big inning here with him and Randy Johnson.
Little weak fly ball. And Chipper Jones flies out to Lou Gehrig, and quickly there's one down. And Hank Aaron, wow. Just like that, Wilsey back on top. Another home run for Hank Aaron.
Every time Frosty has been scoring, Wilsey has responded, and it just continues here in the first 3 innings.
Here's Corey Seager, 0 for 1. Late on that slider. It's 0-1.
That's a ball.
Spits on that one to even the count.
8-2.
3 straight sliders to start this at bat. Here's the 1-2 from Johnson. Tried to go with the front door slider, and Corey Seager was up to the task and ripped it to right for a base hit. Tatis Jr. Back-to-back perfects. And Wilsey mounting a rally here. First and second, one down. And that'll bring up the 7-hole hitter Jorge Posada. Homered in his last at bat. Looks at a strike. It's 0-1.
All one.
Yeah, you got to be very careful here to Posada.
Ball 2.
Heading the count 2-1. Ooh. He was a little late on that two-seamer there. And he fouled it back. 2-2.
Nice try, Ramon.
Tried to check his swing, but could not. Big out number 2 there. And that'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. And that is a hard hit ball, but it's going to hang up for the right fielder, Hank Aaron. And that's a big moment there as Frosty able to escape further damage.
Yeah, only give up one.
However.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say only give up one there is big. That could have been much worse.
No doubt. Able to escape trouble there with 2 down. Here's Ketel Marte. Seeing eye single. Leadoff knock to start the top of the 4th. So Clemente batting here, 0 for 1. Todd Helton on for his 4th inning of work. And that ball is roped to left field. It's a fair ball. Rounding third. They're going to actually hold the runner at third. So nobody out and runners at second and third for Tommy Edman, who homered in his last at bat. I can tell you that the New York Mets have an early lead in Milwaukee.
It's because I'm not watching.
Well, that's usually how it works.
Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
2-2 count to Edman.
The count is full.
Misses inside, and the count goes full. Payoff pitch from Helton. Hard hit ball. The runner will score.
It's alive.
Seager pumped home, but ended up going to first to get the sure out, and we're tied at 5 here in the 4th.
At first, it looked like a line drive off the bat. I was like,
yeah,
oh, no.
I thought it might have been a line drive as well.
So you brought in Mitch Garver once again to pitch it for Kiermaier right there to get the 125.
So 2 down, runners at third, and Craig Biggio. A lot of first pitch swinging from Frosty here.
Ball inside.
Got inside the hands. Is this one good? Oh, this one's going to fall. Tatis looked like he got a late jump on it, but the run scores, and Biggio has given Frosty the 6-5 lead.
That's probably the first one we saw today, the bloop single there, but Frosty would definitely take that and get the lead here back here in the top of the 4th.
Oh, that is no bloop there. That is rope to left field. Good speed from Biggio. They're going to send him home. Here's the throw home. Not in time. Frosty extends to a 2-run advantage.
And this is where you need to take advantage of. If something, you bloop a single in there, you want to get more runs. Take advantage of that. He did that right there. Perfect from Jackie.
Yeah, that bloop single had an exit velo of 61 miles per hour. That is nasty work right there. And Babe Ruth sends one to the other way. They're going to hold Robinson at third. Runners at the corners, still 2 down.
Just more fantastic 2-out hitting from Frosty once again here.
All right, so a new pitcher is Chris Martin. Dealing with the right-hander, Hank Aaron.
Ball 1.
The runners at the corners are the responsibility of Todd Helton.
Ball 2.
Martin has fallen behind 2-1. Fly ball, foul ground. Catcher is going to give it a look, and it's going to land in the dugout. Here's the 2-2. Got him. Got him to chase, but not before Frosty takes the lead. He has his biggest lead of game 2. He's up 7-5.
And this is still the biggest half inning for Frosty because at first 3 innings, every time Frosty scores, Wilsey comes right back fighting. Can he finally get the 0 that he's been looking for throughout this game?
Well, Randy Johnson will deal with Roberto Clemente, who's been excellent in the 9-hole. And then Jackie Robinson and Babe Ruth. And that is a base hit. Roberto Clemente aboard yet again. So now we go to the top of the order, and it'll be Jackie Robinson. Frosty might be bringing in a new pitcher, and for the 3rd consecutive game, we see Tyler Rogers.
We saw Tyler Rogers last game get out a big jam in the 6th inning in game 2, but there, that's not going to happen.
Can't get away from that. Jackie Robinson has tied this game.
It's just punch after punch after punch. Once it feel like you're not safe with any lead you have currently against Wilsey. 4 straight innings, he's able to come back, either tie up the game or get some runs to respond after Frosty scores himself in the top of the half.
So a good reply there from Wilsey after the previous half inning saw Frosty take a lead 7-5. Still nobody out. And Babe Ruth skies one, right field. Going back is Aaron. He will turn and watch it go. Wilsey back on top, 8-7.
At this point, I just have no words. It's just he's doing what he's been doing all year long, and he's able to take the lead here in the bottom 4th. And like I said, take the lead. If he does this throughout the game, it's gonna be hard for Frosty to catch up and stay put with Wilsey.
Chopper to short. Get to the chopper. Jackie Robinson fields and fires, and that's a big out, number 1. So you mentioned Wilsey, and we've said it a couple of times, but he's trying to complete the trifecta. He won the summer circuit, he won the fall circuit, and he is hitting home runs here in the grand finals. Hank Aaron goes deep. It's now a 9-7 game. But if Wilsey is able to complete that, that is an unprecedented run of success.
It's hard right now. It's just hard to keep up. But still, it's a 2-run game. Just get out of this inning and get back to hitting and see if you could tie up this game once more.
Well, now Frosty is looking to Paul O'Neill to stop the bleeding and keep this deficit at 2. As Corey Seager steps in. He's down in the count, 0-2, 1 down, bottom 4. Line drive, center field. Biggio is there. And that's out number 2. Here's Fernando Tatis Jr. He sends one to right center field. That's going to get down. Tatis Jr. has really good speed. He's got 2. Is he going to think 3? He's headed for 3. The throw to third. Not in time. 2-out triple for Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah, Tatis has been doing it for Wilsey all series long. I say that's roughly about 5 to 6 extra base hits so far in these 3 games.
And here's Jorge Posada. And it's a 2-out thunder. Jorge Posada. And all of a sudden, it's now Wilsey up 11-7.
Yeah, you just keep on tacking on. You got to try to find some outs here. Just get out of this inning. Oh, take a little time here for a breather.
Yeah, Frosty gets, look, 11-7 is not ideal, but it's not
outside.
It's not horrible.
No. He had multiple, I mean, we turn back to game 1 where he came back down from a 7-run lead and then 2 7-run leads actually in game 1.
All right, so we go to the top of the 5th. New score. Wilsey.
Ball 1. That's a ball.
Leading 2-0 in this best of 5. has a 4-run lead here as we start the 5th. Chris Martin on for his 2nd inning of work, dealing to Lou Gehrig, who's 0 for 2. Not anymore. That's right in the nitro zone. Lou Gehrig makes it a 3-run deficit.
Good response right there. He needs to do exactly what Wilsey has been doing to him, to respond and get back in this game. It's a 3-run game, and we're on the top of the 5th. We got plenty of time here for Frosty.
Here's Ketel Marte. He's 1 for 2.
1 strike. Ball. Down.
That misses low. Oh, he tomahawks that, and that's a line drive right to Hank Aaron. And that's a big out, number 1. Roberto Clemente steps in. Lazy fly ball. Tatis should have no problem. And that's out, number 2.
Nope, that's a ball.
Here's Tommy Edman. Homered earlier. Sends that one foul. Now that ball is hard hit, but right at Hank Aaron Jr. as Frosty does get 1 run, but he's still down 3 as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Big first out right here. You got the non-hitter with Roberto Clemente. You don't want to get Clemente on here with the top of your order looming.
Roberto Clemente has had so many big moments out of the 9-hole, but here he lifts one to center field. Biggio camps underneath, and there's 1 away. Back to the top of the order, and Jackie Robinson. Boy, he is so locked in with the Jackie Robinson card. Everything he hits is hard.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very similar to Frosty with Craig Biggio is for Jackie Robinson. We will see.
Ball 1.
So here's Babe Ruth, 2 for 3. Great speed at first in the form of Jackie Robinson. Martin was able to get in on Babe Ruth's hand and coax a little lazy fly ball to center field, and that's out, number 2. Here's Chipper Jones, 0 for 3. Not often you see this card in the middle of Wilsey's lineup, 0 for nothing. And, well, you can take the 0 for away because that's a base hit up the middle. Robinson will stop at second. First and second, 2 down. And in comes Hank Aaron. 3 for 3, Scuffy.
Yep, this is a big spot right here.
And Martin's jumped out ahead in the count, 0-2.
Ball, that's outside.
Spits on that one. It's 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
Tried to go back out there. Now the count is even at 2-2. Big pitch here.
Full.
Ooh, that'll run it full. So now everyone gets a head start. Payoff pitch. Line drive. Left center field. That's going to get down. Both runs will easily score. And Hank Aaron comes up with a clutch 2 out, 2 RBI double. It's now 13-8.
Yep, Hank Aaron continues his great game 3, 4 for 4. Took that sinker. It's good location on that pitch, but Hank Wilsey was ready for that and pushed into the gap to get more 2-out runs.
Oh, line drive caught by the shortstop Jackie Robinson, but Wilsey adds to his lead. It's now a 5-run lead as we go to the top of the 6th. Here's Mitch Garver. Came on as a pinch hitter. Frosty put Garver behind the plate and sent Biggio to center field to replace Kevin Kiermaier.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Chris Martin out for another inning of work. Now he's got a 5-run lead.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's ball 3.
Good take.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And now the count goes full. Payoff pitch from Martin. Lazy fly ball. Playable. And that's a big out, number 1. And now we go back to the top of the order, and here's Craig Biggio. Biggio has singled, but he has flied out and grounded out. And now we have a new pitcher as Jose Trevino will come on to face Biggio.
Outside. Hey. 1-1.
Sinker at the knees fouled off. It's 1-1.
That's ball 2.
That one just misses. It's 2-1.
Ball, that's inside.
Here's the 3-1. Tried to go outside, and Craig Biggio made him pay. Perfect, and Frosty cuts the lead to 13-9.
Good hitting right there. Takes it the other way. Perfect, Craig Biggio. That PCI placement was fantastic there. Though we might have seen a screwball there from Trevino, but he went with the hard stuff throughout that whole at-bat there.
Well, he gets Jackie Robinson to fly out to center field, and quickly there's 2 down. Babe Ruth has been a problem. 3 for 3.
No, that's low.
As he looks at that sinker low, it's 1-0. That's in for a strike. Good piece of pitching right there to even the count at 1-1.
That's ball 2.
Screwball just misses.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3.
And once again, Wilsey has fallen behind 3-1. Fly ball, left center field. This could be trouble. Going back is Tatis, and he will run it down. Great speed out there. That's a pretty big outfield, but Craig Biggio draws Frosty a little bit closer. It's now 13-9 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Oh, Fernando Tatis absolutely vaporizes that one. A solo home run. Wilsey gets his lead right back.
Gets it right back on the first pitch once again. We saw that similar in bottom of first with Jackie Robinson on the first pitch of the game. Get the run back. I mean, it just shows that Wilsey's ready to be aggressive when he wants to be.
Ball.
Really Sway says this one is over. GG's. I'm not quite ready to go there. Frosty is too good, too talented. But clearly, he's in trouble. This is the game he has to have. New pitcher is Mariano Rivera to face Jorge Posada.
No, that's foul.
So a little former Yankee on Yankee battle here as the current New York Yankees, and that ball is foul, have home field advantage through the American League playoffs as they try to win their first World Series since the first iPad was invented. Jorge Posada, however, he goes deep. It's 15-9.
Another back-to-back home run in this game. I think that's
Charlie Blackmon. That's going to get down. That's going to roll up against the wall. Blackmon is headed to second.
Well, yeah, that's 3 innings in this game where he hit back-to-back home runs to start an inning here for Wilsey.
And here's Roberto Clemente. He was late on 98. No, he was early, excuse me. Early again on that sinker. Down on the count 2. And he goes down swinging. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Out number 1 there here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Jackie Robinson as we go back to the top of the order. And that ball is crushed. It's another home run for Jackie Robinson. It's now 17-9.
Yep, and then now we're in that territory.
We're in the territory now.
Not in the lineup that you want to see.
2 more runs come across, Scuffy, and we are in mercy rule territory as we're going to have a pitching change. It'll be Charlie Blackmon.
Aye. Aye.
Last time we saw Charlie Blackmon, he was able to get some quick outs against Wilsey in game 1 in the top of the 8th. I mean, bottom of the 8th.
That ball is hit hard, but right at the first baseman, Lou Gehrig, and that's out number 2. Here's Chipper Jones, 1 for 4.
All ones the count. Ball. I got a ball, 1 strike.
Got a lot of the plate there, but ultimately called a ball. Here's the 1-1. And Chipper Jones was ready. Blackmon tried to go inside, and he paid for it. It's 18-9, and Wilsey is on the brink of putting Frosty in mercy rule hot water.
We'll take just one more swing here, and look who's up. Hank Aaron, 4 for 4.
And that is down the line. Make it 5 for 5. As Hank Aaron is in with a 2-out double, and potentially, the series clinching run is at second base. However, Corey Seager, and that is out of here. Wow, it's over. It's all over. Wilsey is your MLB The Show 24 Championship Series Grand Champion. Thanks to a series sweep over Frosty, 3-0, with the last one being a mercy rule. Scuffy, this was some kind of statement.
Yeah.
I mean, because Frosty came in on a roll. He was dispatching folks left and right, getting mercy rules of his own, but Wilsey makes it look relatively easy in the first 3 in the 3-game series sweep.
Yeah, especially that last game. It's just been relentless. Every time Frosty was able to score, he came right back. And not only that, being very aggressive, first pitch swinging, and able to continue his tear of the hitting of Wilsey, being arguably the best hitter that we've seen.
Yeah, this is how some highlights of Game 3. Frosty jumped out to a 1-0 lead, but then Wilsey was relentless with his offense. He got timely hitting. He got hits to extend innings as well. And then it was all about the power. Jackie Robinson was a force at the top of the lineup, and Jorge Posada went deep a couple of times.
Yeah, Tatis, how about it? Tatis had, I believe, 5 home runs in this series, but for Game 3, it was Hank Aaron with the 5 for 5 game to continue. I mean, look at that. He did not have a 0 in any inning so far in Game 3.
He had 2 6-run innings in the 4th and in the 6th. But to your point, and look, when you see those single runs scored in the 1st and the 2nd, and then in the 5th and the 6th for Frosty, that is where the series and things, that's how, those are the separators, right? When you can hold your opponent to just 1, maybe 2 runs, or even better, get a shutdown inning, that is what ultimately can lead you to a series win like this.
And then if you put a quicker number, that just puts the pressure right back onto your opponent. And that's what Wilsey did. It was just hard to overcome. It didn't matter where you kind of pitched him, inside, outside. He was able to just hit the ball today, and it just was impressive to see.
So how about this? Both series and the semifinals end in a sweep, and our championship series ends in a sweep. These are the most competitive sweeps I think we've seen, because there's sweeps littered throughout the bracket, but the games I felt like were close more often than not.
They were. I mean, especially yesterday, we saw the Frosty Alex Kill game come down to the last inning. We saw the first game today. I mean, it was a 17-14 game, which had been walk off in the bottom of the ninth for Wilsey.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, we got a great group of top players in this community.
And congratulations to Wilsey for claiming the $25,000 first place prize. Frosty, a champion in his own right. He goes home not empty-handed with $10,000. As Wilsey, Scuffy, I mean, just kind of put it all in perspective here. He was a summer circuit champion. He is the fall circuit champion. And now he's the grand final MLB The Show 24 Championship Series, an unprecedented trifecta.
Yeah, never done before throughout the esports and MLB The Show, and Wilsey is definitely showing why he's the #1 player right now.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in the champion himself. Let's bring in Wilsey, who joins us now here on the stream. Wilsey, congratulations. Just what are your thoughts on winning the $25,000 first place prize?
I mean, I'm really happy. You know, I hit good again today. Just the momentum. I'd like to thank God, thank my parents for letting me continue to play this game. Thank you to like all my friends who supported me, Manic, Jams, Ty Plays, Hyder, Vaxis, and a lot more. You know, I'm really happy.
Yeah, love to hear the shout outs there. One thing I noticed, you took the spots to be aggressive when hitting, especially when you were down. I mean, in just game 3 alone, there was the first pitch home run from Jackie Robinson the first, and then Tatis did the same as well after giving up some runs here. How was your approach throughout these series right now?
I played Frosty a lot, and I kind of know how he pitches a little bit. He likes to just throw the same pitch multiple times, and I was just ready for it. And then I was just trying to see the ball well and then attack, because I know he's going to pound the zone too. But he was missing the spots. I was taking a lot of balls as well. So yeah.
Wilsey, who did you feel like your best card was? You had some good candidates throughout those first 3 games, but who did you feel was, you know, whenever he stepped to the plate, you felt pretty good about using him?
I don't know. I feel like everybody kind of hit the same for me. I feel like maybe Tatis again. He had some big hits in some big spots. Jackie had a few bombs, and Roberto Clemente in the 9 hole also had a few big ones.
You didn't have Tatis in the semis, I believe, and you brought him back in the finals, and he came up big. He had, I believe, 4 to 5 home runs for you.
No, I had Tatis in. I didn't hit.
Oh, you did?
The other series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so Wilsey, for the people that are in the chat that are watching, who watch your streams, obviously very familiar with what you do. I mean, are there 1 or 2 things that you could impart to the rest of us mortals to make us better at MLB The Show?
I'd say to just play a lot of Legend. As soon as I started playing a lot, I just kept getting better and better in 23, and then I became a top player as soon as I just kept playing Legend. And then this year, I was just this was my year. I can't lie. You just got to keep playing Legend. That would be my advice.
Well, Wilsey, congratulations, man. It was a lot of fun watching you. Best of luck to you moving forward, and congratulations on winning the $25,000 first place prize money. Congrats.
Thank you so much. You guys did great, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It was a joy watching you play. So congratulations to our champion. And once again, congratulations to Frosty. I mean, he had a hell of a run too, Scuffy, and he's one of the best players in the world. So he has nothing to be ashamed of. Just Wilsey was on a different level today, and that's okay sometimes.
That is, I mean, for all the competitors here, I mean, they are part of the entertainment that we've seen throughout the whole year. It's been fantastic. Watch the whole community come together, watch these top players go out, and I can't wait to see more.
Yeah, I'm here for that. I love where the community is at. I can't wait to see what's next. That's going to do it for this edition of the MLB The Show 24 Championship Series, the Grand Finals. It's been so much fun. Thanks to everyone behind the scenes that has helped Scuffy and I really get this stream off and going. I've had so much fun. Scuffy, Scan, Yayo. Don't forget about JX Gaming and Profe Gaming. They have done it also on the Spanish language side. So, Scuffy, this was a lot of fun, man. Can't wait to talk to you down the road, and we've got some technical support issues that you're going to work through for me as well.
Oh yeah, I'll be here for it. I'll be here.
Okay.
Pleasure to be here with you, Rofo, for the past 2 weeks, and for everyone else that we worked with the Bachelors. You guys did a killer job.
Absolutely. For everyone behind the camera and behind the scenes, I'm Robert Flores. That'll do it. For Scuffy McGee, thank you again for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you down the road.